So guys, I don't know. I was just looking around and I was just thinking there aren't that many magazines for like 5e DMs who've got a bit too much time on their hands, are there?
You know what, Will? It's funny you say that.
Is
Because,
it?
yeah, because we're supported by Crucible Magazine, a Kickstarter that's just happening. Hey, Chloe, did you have anything interesting to say about it?
You know what? Actually, I do.
How funny.
We have some exciting news today as our good friends TJ and Alex are launching the long-awaited Crucible magazine on Kickstarter. It's a monthly magazine packed with over 80 pages of 5th edition content like adventures, subclasses, magic items, a 4-page comic, interviews, and more.
Whoa, but wait a minute. More? What?
More?
But if I'm not sure about this old magazine lark, could I see, like, some sort of free tester copy?
Well, yes, you can. Because
No.
today is the first day to hop on the Kickstarter, or you can get a free copy of their launch issue.
Wow.
What's the name of that magazine again?
It's the Crucible magazine.
Crucible magazine.
Crucible magazine. You know what, though? I just like old-fashioned magazines, but I also want them not to be, like, old-fashioned in content. I want them to feel new. Are they like that?
Well, you see, Crucible magazine is reminiscent of magazines of old, with a next generation and modern look for a digital world.
Whoa.
Oh, Will, that sounds perfect for both me and you.
Exactly! It's the age gap. Each issue is coming as a monthly printed magazine and PDF. And not only that, Crucible has teamed up with Foundry VTT, and every issue comes built into a complete JSON module with all of the adventures and playable content included in one easy package.
I love JSON modules.
Am I supposed to say JSON? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think this makes it even better.
Well, that's incredible, but well, you already told us kind of what it includes, but is there anything additional to those adventures and monsters and magic items?
Oh, so many things. You get 4 adventures, new monsters, magic items, player options, a 4-page full-color comic, industry interviews, a DMing advice column, and more.
Well, I don't know about you, but I certainly need some DMing advice.
Wow, wow.
Oh my god. Is there any stretch goals?
Well, Hamilton, you see, there's many stretch goals there also, including 3D printable STLs of BBEGs, a custom DM screen, glowing metal dice sets, metal pins, sticker sets, a limited edition box set, and so much more.
Well, you know what? That sounds amazing. Now, where could I go to find that? Insert our name instead of Kickstarter at the end of that one.
Well, you can go over to www.cruciblemag.com/dragonsduel.
Whoa! How incredible! After that...
That sounds like a great way to experience a new magazine and support this show.
Isn't it just?
And scene.
Dragons flying in the sky, raining terror down on me, raining terror down on you. Evil wizards on the rise, raining terror down on me, raining terror down on you. Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight? Yemo's full of rage, now freed from his cage. A hero and a sage, he's the druid for our age. Then there's Hummel, a bard full of wanderlust. He's always on the run, looking for that next rush. And Frankie, you should never cross, for at any cost she's never lost. That's why she's the boss. Then there's carrot kisses, she artifices and never misses with her wishes. That's right, Hummel. So Corruptus, be reminded that they're coming now for you. Yeah, they're coming now for you. So Corruptus, be reminded that they're coming now for you. Yeah, they're coming now for you. Corruptus, be reminded. Corruptus, be reminded that they're coming now for you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, people at home. It's episode 7?
Seven.
It is because
I wrote it all down.
Nice.
7.
So many people went for the Bruce
7?
there.
Yeah,
Chloe's the one who takes the notes, right? It's
Yes.
worth knowing.
Yeah.
yeah, thank gosh. Well, with that, we're going to try something new this week.
Ooh.
Yeah. Instead of me rambling on for 30 minutes and getting called out by Ryan and Mosey live online.
You know
last
what?
night.
Right, they're just jealous because our show's better than them. That's
Yes.
all it is.
Gauntlet
Don't,
dropped.
don't, listen to the peer pressure.
Yeah, I know, but also I hate listening to my own voice too much, so it would be nice to hear from you. So why don't you tell me? Why don't you lovely people tell me what happened last week on the Shattered Realm?
Well, you see, I take notes.
Good. Right, you start then, Chloe.
That would have been better if I hadn't hit the microphone.
Yeah, I know. Seasoned professional and all that. Yeah.
Also that, and I think I stopped taking notes halfway through, so it's going well so far.
Right.
I will help out, don't worry. I'm here to help out.
Yeah, I mean, we arrived in the pub, sans Hummel,
Yes.
who decided that instead of joining us like a sensible person, he was going to go and face Asmodeus, as you do.
Yeah.
Why not? He's my little bitch.
Yes.
Is he though, or is it the other way around? Like... But yeah, we got there with Zoe was there, and Zoe was like, we should have a party. But then we discovered that maybe all the portals are broken
Yeah.
in Sigil,
Yeah.
which is completely reliant on portals.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Mhm.
And Brian was trying to get us to not tell anyone.
Well, because it seemed to have just sort of recently happened. So
Yes.
as in, like, people might not have only just realised. As in,
Yeah.
momentarily.
As in, in the process of realising.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were like, the portals are broken. That's kind of a problem. And then the Lady of Pain just turned outside. Just it wasn't even we need to go and see the Lady of Pain now. It's like she just turned up
Yeah.
outside the door.
You had
cheap.
kind of ignored her for like a few, like quite a while. I mean, to be fair, I can't really figure out how many hours you were on the Abyss for, but it probably was only like 6 or 7 hours. But, you know, you did jaunt about for a bit.
We
And,
can-
And the Lady of Pain really took to Frankie. There was an instant, I could feel there was a bond. there, I could feel.
Paralysed Frankie. I seem to recall.
Yeah, I think Frankie has problems with authority. If we didn't already know that.
yeah. Surprise! Shocking!
Shocker!
Spoiler alert.
Lady of Pain is like peak veterinary from Discworld. Do I need a badge which says tyrant? Sort of thing.
Lady of Pain struck Mrs. Bad Grumble.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. You picked that up, didn't you, Chris? Snog as a bug in a rug. I want to play sexy tunes. That's what
Concerto.
Sorry, I love that.
Oh.
Sorry,
I'm
love
not
Eddie
just
Izzard's.
googling who that is.
Okay, it's an Eddie Izzard skit.
Eddie Izzard.
Sorry for the.
I've not seen that one.
Oh, okay, fine. It's I think it's
I want to play sexy tunes.
Definitive article. I think.
definitive article. Yeah, it's really good. And he's like young, and he said, I wanted to learn a really cool instrument so I could impress girls. But you know, how am I going to impress girls with playing a recorder? So I want to learn like sexy tunes, and he goes,
Well, I
"Oh,
don't know.
there's-"
Hummel's managed it.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, my gosh. Okay, it's official canon. This is Bad Grumble is also your post-recorder feature. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, blimey.
Excellent.
Anyway, yes. So yeah, it's Lady
Yeah.
Payne.
Lady of Pain's here. She was very scary. Hummel turned up halfway through the conversation and like completely just blanked her and went and got a drink,
Yeah.
which somehow she let him off with.
That's because Hummel's hard.
I think it was because she had enough to deal with that she couldn't be bothered to deal with a petulant
No, it's
child.
because I called it absolutely right. It's they need us more than we need them, and that's what it is. Yeah. We're untouchable.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I feel like there's a leash that she's letting you loose on, and then slowly but surely she'll
Yeah.
pull it back.
Just gonna.
I
But
think Hummel came back in his basic sort of moody teenage years.
Yes,
and
that's
listened to too much of the Cure.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the point of
It-
anything?
Yes.
I was actually going to say it was like Hummel's
Hold
just
on a
read like
second.
a book by Nietzsche or something.
Yes.
He's just doing himself.
Having an existential crisis. Sorry, that's my-
I was quite enjoying like Hummel and Zoe both being like quite nihilistic, but from completely different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's like nothing really matters. Nothing matters. It's great.
Nothing
Yeah.
matters. It's all pointless.
Nothing really matters to me.
I really hope that the intention of this wasn't to make it shorter.
No, it was meant to.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say.
wasn't chatting. That's all. I don't care. I don't. You called it. You said it won't go any quicker, and I was like, yeah, but at least it's not 30 minutes of me just waffling on. So that's good. I'm interested to see how you remember it as well. It's quite fun to see.
Yeah,
your...
well, this is about the point that I stopped making notes. So
Okay.
I'm going to make it up.
Yeah.
We
We
learned
didn't
some
do like a ton
important
more
things.
beyond this.
Huh?
Yeah.
We didn't do a ton more beyond this.
No.
Anyways.
No, you learned some.
We learned some important things.
Yeah, go on.
We learned that nobody knows who Caraptus is, so
Mhm.
we would assume that this is the timeline in which he was never born.
Yeah.
We learned that the Lady of Pain, although pissed off with us, wants us to go and fix the portals and
We'll figure
fix
them out.
the
Yeah.
universe somehow, because apparently we're the only ones that can do it. Gigi has the axe
Yeah.
to do this.
And there was a big sort of pinkish purplish ball in the sky, which is apparently contains our alternative selves, and that's getting slowly bigger. And if we don't help Lady of Pain, our world will cease to exist.
Yeah.
There was
slowly but
some
surely.
weird like lightning coming out of it occasionally.
Yeah, there was one incident that had happened already, which lightning had hit a portal to the plane of positive energy plane, and it created like an explosion of positive energy in a sector of the city, like a block, let's say, like a city block sort of size. Yeah. And that had already happened.
And then we got very, very drunk, and random stuff happened.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Somebody
God,
got
yeah.
married.
Well, it was, yeah.
That was
it's
the
not-
highlight of my week last
Yeah.
week. Never mind the facing off against Asmodeus and all that nonsense.
What?
Just
Yeah, and
So
Hummel
it's-
became the
yeah.
the chief dairy and produce taste quality manager
Yes.
manager for the Dairy Institute of Sigil.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And,
we nearly ended up with two people
Yeah.
in debt
Yes.
to Asmodeus. Gigi.
Will, you should have took that deal. It would have been hilarious.
Yeah, Gigi was just like, maybe not.
Yeah,
And Frankie was in jail,
Right.
which
Frankie woke up and
Tried to commandeer a boat.
Normal night.
and Brian came
Yeah,
to
so-
go get her out of jail.
I feel like if Frankie was writing like a life pro tips or like a money saving expert, it's like if you get arrested every night, you don't have to pay for a hotel room.
Yeah, see, the bail was only 10 gold
true.
pieces.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair,
that's
I
a
think
lot more than a
Yeah,
in-room.
yeah, and in a really good 5-star inn would probably be maybe just about 10 gold pieces, I'd say.
But if you don't pay for the bail, then it's free.
Yeah, to be fair,
that's
Brian
true.
subbed the bill, didn't he? So that's
Yeah.
a fair point. But Brian might have paid for your hotel rooms as well. You never know.
Oh, Brian. Yeah,
yeah.
Brian is doing his best to not die of panic. I think is kind of what's going on.
Well,
with
yeah,
him.
Brian basically was already freaking out, and then realised that his freak out was just because he knew what was going to coming, that she was going to be very angry with him. Yeah. So you also got given some other names. I'll just remind you of them now. She said that from Brian, this was after post fact because.
Oh, I did write some of this down.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah. Cool.
There's a dwarf. No, there's a Dabu that follows a dwarf. What does that say?
Yes.
No, there's a
Rel?
Dabu and
Fell.
Fell, like someone's fallen, like fell. I fell
It's
over.
an F.
Yes, Fell. Fell, who's a fallen Dabu cleric of Eosakar, so who is the person who made the realm shredding axe,
Yes.
and is this god whose temple used to be the home of the Athar, which is the Shattered Temple.
I also have written down Lysindra, but no details.
Yes, Lysindra, the gatekeeper. She is a wizard who is the sort of who's the most knowledgeable about all the portals and doors in Sigil. So she's someone that you could go speak to. Garamundi is a dwarven preacher of Eoskar who hangs out at the Shattered Temple, which is also the temple. No relation to Shattered Temple, no relation at all. And yeah, those are the names that you got given. And that something weird is happening at the temple.
Yes. That's where we ended up after our
Which is
night
where you ended up
crossing.
anyway, because that is where Gigi's faction is, basically. And so that's his clubhouse, I guess. That's where, your sort of meeting lodge area. So you'd all woken up with your various pieces of paper, generally. All paper-based. Why don't we start alphabetical then with Carrie? Carrie, there you are. You've woken up with your piece of paper that states that your name is now officially
Zoe. She should be last then, surely.
Right?
Yeah, I'm last now.
Oh, that's true. You are now last. Oh, I should really swap this round for the effort. I'm going to do that. JR, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to swap them round. But there you go.
No, I think she's still going to go by Carrie, because that would get confusing.
That would get really confusing. But Zoe sort of like, as I said, Zoe's on there's you're on a cot sort of bed, like very much like prison bed, and then Zoe's on the floor, sort of in the corner, sort of just like with the blankets over her and sort of like a big coat or something like that, and she's sort of in the corner, and you wake up and she sort of like snores ridiculously loudly, like and then says something in Infernal and then breathes and
It's probably a swear word.
Yeah, exactly. You recognise it might be that Shasha's armpit smell thing that she said to Luke before, to Hummel before. Yeah, she's sort of there. She's asleep.
Okay. I guess Carrie probably is gonna wake up. I don't think she's not unused to having a hangover, but it doesn't happen very often. I don't think so. She's like, oh my god, what is happening, kind of thing. Are we waking up being like, how did we get here, or do we remember coming to the temple?
I'm gonna say you can play it however you like. You play it however you want. You can remember whatever you want, or we can make a roll. If you want to make a roll, I'm happy to make a constitution roll. Let's make a constitution roll then. So let's just see what you get. Plus your modifier, and we'll see what you get.
8.
An 8. You don't remember much. The last thing you remember is having a conversation with Zoe about how much you hated your name.
Yeah.
And Zoe convincing me your name is the best name ever. Since you were saying you hate your name. She goes, well, why do you hate Carrie? Like, Carrie is a good name. And you're like, and you kind of go, my real name is Carrot Kisses. And she goes, oh, it's even better. That's such a cool name. I love carrots, and kisses are cool, but Carrot Kisses is that's so unique. There's so many people called Carrie. You know, Carrie Fisher, Carrie from Sex in the City. Who? Exactly. I've traveled the plains. I know shit. I've been to Star Wars. Okay. No. So but she says, Carrot Kiss is unique, one of a kind name, and then you kind of go. She goes, I know. I'll take your name. You take my name. You see how boring it is to be called just Zoe, and that's when you leave and you go and get your names changed.
And we were like, what a great idea!
Yeah, and that's when you remember.
Oh, God. And then pick up the piece of paper and look at it a bit, kind of and then, oh, God.
Hereby decree that the once previously known as Carrot Kisses is now officially known as Zoe. In all legal matters, henceforth, until rescinded by owner and co-signed by name sharer or name giver or something like that. Yeah.
Well, I guess it could have been worse. I'm gonna go over to Zoe and sort of. I don't. Is she like completely fast asleep? Like,
She's
I
sort
guess
of like, yeah, it's like a bundle, like, yeah, on the floor. You could basically just see like a lock of hair just like coming out from like, you know, when someone's just like got like that much of the covers, like you can just see a corner of an eye, and that's about it. And the horns are sort of like out of the hair.
No. I'm gonna sort of look at her a bit, and be like, as if like I'm like, I should just wake her up. I'm gonna wake
To
her
be
up.
honest, you get
And
up
then-
and you got Cloppy. Like, can you make a stealth roll? Because I'm just imagining it's a stone floor, so it's going to be
Oh yeah.
sort of sound.
Also, I guess I'm still in my armor, so.
Yes, exactly.
Oh!
You would. You all like passed out just completely as you were, sort of thing.
I rolled 2 13s, so that's a 14.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so you're pretty quiet. So she still like goes
Yeah.
back to sleep, sort of thing, when you get up.
Okay. And I sort of look at her and I'm just like, oh my god, she's fast asleep. I'm like, Zoe, can you hear me, Zoe? Zoe,
Yeah.
no, can you wake up, please? I don't want to shout at you.
What? Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's so
I don't
awful.
know. It's really early.
It's
The
like this.
sun is
Oh my
so
God.
bright.
Oh my gosh, I can't see
Don't
out
keep
of my eye.
keep them close.
Bloody
Just
Nora.
talk to me.
Yes,
Keep 'em
okay.
close.
Oh, crazy, crazy.
But, um,
Hey,
Do
How
you
are you?
remember what happened last night?
there was lots of drinking. There was Lady of Pain. There was
Oh,
Lady of
God,
Pain.
yeah.
Are we in a maze? Are we in a maze?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good. Okay, good.
I think we're in the temple,
Okay.
not where we're supposed to go.
Didn't we go change our names for some stupid reason?
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
remember going to those people that change your name. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, your
No,
name is so
no,
cool.
No.
Your name is so cool. Oh, my
No.
name now is my name is so.
No. That's
cool.
what I wanted to talk to you about.
1 second. Give
Oh,
me
God.
a second. I just got too excited. I feel a bit sick. Okay, I'm okay. Have you
I'm
got
not
any water?
cleaning that up.
Any
Oh,
wa-
water.
No, she didn't.
yeah.
She wasn't sick. She just was like little
No,
like
it's a
moment.
warning.
It's a warning shot.
You got water? You
Uh,
druids? Where's the
probably.
druid when you need them?
I
need
don't
water.
know.
Good berries. Greater restoration. Something. Please.
I think I got some water though.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Or,
some
like,
water. There's a
hand the
water. There's a little
water
water in a
spoon.
jug. And you've got like a pitcher, a sort of like clay pitcher, clay glass. It's all very, if you can imagine, monastic. So the walls are like stucco render, sort of rough rendered walls. There's a stone floor, as I said. You'd have like a clay pitcher that's got little, very minor detail on it, not very much like call it like graphical stuff. And then there's like a steel bowl you assume is for washing, and a towel. Basically, that's what you get in the room, other than
Yeah.
a bed. Yeah. Oh, and a book. There's probably a couple of books.
The
Yeah.
Holy Shattered Bible.
The Holy Shattered. Well, it would definitely not be any religious texts, I would imagine. So yeah, okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, so yeah, oh, water, thank you. Okay, I stand up, and she sits up, and she kind of like cups her head like this, and just sips from it like this. So she just kind of goes like that, and just like, oh, great, okay, right, okay, yes. It's a cool name though, really cool name.
No, but this is the point. It's not. It's
Yes,
not
it
a
is.
cool name. It's
I'm
not.
going to go by this name now. My name now is
No,
Carrie Kisses, right?
That's what. Could you just go by Carrie or something
Carrie?
else? Yeah,
Okay.
or something shortened that sounds normal.
Okay, I changed. You know, but it's a cool name though, right? I don't need to keep name, but you should know it's a cool name. Like you should be proud of cool names. Names mean they are who you are, and it's about like who gave you that name. It's cool, right? Zoe, I was given by random people who don't know me. I keep it and I like it because I own it. But I think Catechisms is really cool. Why don't you tell
Well-
people?
Yeah, I thought the same once.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I didn't really go out much, so when I started meeting people, and it turns out Carrot Kisses ain't no normal name.
Yeah, but yeah. So what? Losers like laugh at you? That's because they go, "Oh, my name's Bill. Stupid name Catechisms. That's because they call Bill. That's called Bill. Boring. Sorry, anyone called Bill out there.
You're one letter away from being in lots of trouble there, Hamilton.
I know. But they're not even cool enough to call themselves William or something, you know? So
Tell you what,
Thank you. Pulled it back.
I got you.
you go by Carrot Kisses,
Yeah.
I'll go by Carrie,
Okay.
and we don't tell anyone about this name swapping business.
Okay.
You just
cool.
say that's your name now.
Okay.
Say you
Okay.
changed your own name.
I just changed my name to Carrie
Yeah.
Kisses because I thought it was cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we use some sort of fantasy name generator or something like that to make a name.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna nod and smile because I'm too tired to argue.
Okay. Oh. Yep, no, okay, cool. Yes. Give me the druid. Let's find the druid. I want to
Okay.
find druid. I think he will fix us.
Gigi!
Oh, that's way too loud. Oh.
Yeah, it was too loud for me as well. Don't know why I did it.
Gigi, cut to you. You're in the next door room. You're
I
all
feel
in...
like Gigi absolutely has just not slept after that
Yeah.
like,
Gigi freaking
like-
out.
overnight encounter. Yeah, it just looks awful. Like worse than GIF usually look, and that's pretty bad.
Pretty gaunt looking gif even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So Gigi, you hear Gigi, your name called from the next room.
Yeah. Hello?
So, Gigi, you're in a slightly fancier room, by the way. You have
Oh, of
your
course,
own. You have a bigger room because you're a factor. You're on a corner suite.
Because
Yeah,
it's
corner
company
suite.
expenses
Wow.
now he's
Yeah,
working
exactly.
for Asmodeus, see that?
No, yeah, because you're a faction, not a factol, a factor. Sorry, that's the term. A factor. You're a factor. You
Because
have
factols are a different thing, right?
factols are the head, the one
Yeah.
head person. Factor is like you've been a seasoned member for a while and you've been given your own sort of corner office. So you get you've got a room and you've got a little study area and you have a little like a showering bath area, sort of like a hammam sort of thing. And so you've got like sort of three sort of main rooms. So this study room is like a receiving room, which is near the front door. And then it kind of goes through like an open, like minaret style archway, if you know what I mean, like a pointed arch that then goes into like a separate room, which has a little curtain that then goes to a further room, which is your sort of bathroom area, if you know what I mean. So that's what you've got. But I imagine you're in your study room, in your front room, sort of pacing or something like that then, and you can hear them from there through like a wooden door.
Come on, come in.
Hi, I think Zoe needs your help.
She's like,
Hello, good Gigi. You can do magic to fix this, right? Okay, because I need to like, I don't. Oh my gosh, you got the bathroom in there? You got a bathroom? I'm going. Just gonna find. She just runs.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
runs through, and you just quickly, but no. Then yeah, I won't give you noises. She then like 5
Thank
seconds.
you,
later,
yeah.
5 seconds later, she comes back and she's like, well, a couple minutes later, goes, okay. Quickly before this happens again, I don't like this at all. I like the ability to have the drink and then get over it quickly. Yes, you fix, please.
Has it been a little while then?
What?
Oh, you know, like I imagine you weren't exactly having many nights out in the abyssal plane. right?
No. I mean, I had some things that probably made me feel really weird, but not the drinking. No, definitely not.
Okay. So sorry. What am I actually being expected to help with here?
Have you got like restoration, something like healing magic? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I have cure wounds. I don't.
Okay.
Does cure wounds work on a hangover?
You could also offer there are people that you could call upon who could probably just deal with it. Like you're high enough up that you could be like,
yeah.
Cool on.
No, I know. But
Yeah.
but Gigi, unlike I think everyone else in this party respects other people's time.
Yes.
So
That's fine.
Can I try to assess how bad? Like, is
Yeah.
she?
She's
is
just
she
got a hangover.
genuinely suffering, or is
No.
she just being a bit of a baby? Yeah,
She's
okay.
being a bit of a baby. Yeah.
I think the best recipe for this is fresh air and some lovely fry up. Right?
Food.
Food is
Yes.
a good idea. Like, there's
That-
a canteen that way. Why don't we go and get the others? Because I don't like not knowing where Frankie is for more than about 6 hours.
Me too.
Oh, bloody hell. Yes, she went to go commandeer boat. That did not.
She did what?
She went to go commandeer a boat in a place where there is literally like 4 boats. I mean,
Where did she think she was gonna go? The portals are broken.
I think she was thinking she'd go on sticks or something. I don't know. She was talking about her day. She got all heavy about, oh, I sail the seas. Oh, people fear me. Some bullshit. And then she'd run off and go, I go show people how to run a ship. And that's where she went, I think. Probably in jail. I'm going to assume.
It's genuinely like a miracle we've all known each other for this long and she hasn't killed any of us.
I can imagine.
But, yeah. Alright, let's go and find her. Let's go and find Hummel. Do you know what happened to Hummel last
Hummel's
night?
in the other room. He's fine.
Oh, Hummel, yes. I don't know where
Is he fine or is he like fine for what's happened to him now?
He looks fine now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about in general, but
Okay.
right now I think he's fine. I don't know. I didn't get a good look because everything is real bright.
Yes. It's very bright in here. Oh, you know what I could do with is some like sunglasses or something, or some shade-like effects.
Oh,
Did anyone
maybe
steal
I
any
could-
from a beholder disco? I don't remember if anyone did they?
no,
Oh,
we did.
can we retcon that? Oh.
That would have been so useful.
I could try and put something together, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, I'll just do this.
I don't know how good a job I do.
That's fine. I'm going to just cover the eyes. Let's go to food place.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to find Frankie first, if that's okay.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should like go really quiet to Hummel's door. Okay. Yeah, and take a bucket of water. Okay. And we kick down door and we pour bucket of water on his face. That would be funny, no?
I would really like to see his face.
Do
if we
you want to prank someone who pretty much I know we were there, but pretty much single-handedly fought a demon lord, yeah?
Yes.
You want to prank this person unexpectedly?
Yes. Bring him back to ground. You know, he right now big, I'm mighty powerful
Okay.
person. Bugger off you.
I'm fine with that if you take point on it.
Yes. Okay. All right. And let me take some more water. And she just steals the water from your table, the pitcher, and just goes like that and just drinks it all in one go.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. We need another one of that. I go get. There's water in your. She just goes and gets water from the bathroom, brings it back in the jug. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Shh. Sneaky stealth. Carrie. Shush. Okay.
I'll go at the back.
Yes. Okay.
But I really want to see.
Yeah. Come on. Okay. Get in position. By door, and then we close the door sneaky, so you don't have to do stealth. Okay, so all right, I'll go up to the door, roll stealth, see how good she is. So you go outside. It's literally like either side of your room, of your main room, is like in the corner. You had like you have like 4 rooms. I'm just gonna say that were either side of them that you've got. And then Zoe rolls a 2. So Zoe goes, okay, and she's still, you realise that she's actually probably still a bit drunk from the night before, like, you know, when you still got it in your system, and she's like sloshing the water about. She goes to the door and just kind of like falls on the door. Oh, whoops! Oh, Hummel, wake up! And tries to slosh the water all over you whilst you go in, but you kind of hear them coming, so I'll give you an ability to make a deck save if you so wish, to like jump out of bed, basically.
Has anybody actually? Did you actually come and check to see if Hummel was in the room?
I'm
You
assuming
did.
no, but I assumed you
I
were.
mean, if we were all in the same room, I just kind of assumed.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
you're
we-
in a different room. You're in a different room.
Oh, we were in different rooms.
Yeah, different room.
Oh,
Ah, I don't know
in
that.
that case, can I say that Hummel's not there?
You think he's got? Okay, you can. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. He's not there.
Like to imagine Zoe's just throwing a bucket of water
She
on
goes
an
and throws.
empty bed.
Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Yes.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Not again.
You
And
realize in Hummel's room, there's like a space. There's also like a bunch of blankets on the floor which have been left completely as if no one's touched them. They're just folded.
Sure.
And then there's the bed which has clearly been slept in. So you assume that this was the sleeping arrangement was there's a bed for each person, and sort of like that's how it's been like. But there's only one bed. There's only 2 rooms, so each person's been given like a shared room sort of thing.
And so
And then,
you assume
then-
Frankie, and yeah, you would have known this, Gigi. So you're like, oh, Frankie's not here, sort of thing, in the room.
and then you hear. I'm assuming it's probably quite late morning. You've all woken up with hangovers, so it's probably quite late as well. You hear like a.
Oh my gosh, what on earth is the god
And-
awfulness I'm hearing right now? I've not heard
I'm
so
gonna
many.
murder
You
that man.
turn round and Hummel walks in and he's wearing like a straw hat with like a bit of wheat sticking out of his mouth as he's whistling, and he's wearing dungarees, like denim dungarees.
You've
and,
got
like,
very smart clothes on when you woke up. Remember?
I did, yeah. And he's got a
You've
flannel
changed, okay.
flannel shirt on, all like rolled up, and he's carrying a bucket, and he's wearing like welly boots, and he's all like covered in mud, and he's coming in like. It's like, good morning.
What on earth is you wrong with you face? What?
Well, early bird catches the worm. I've just been out doing a bit of farming work, looking after the cows.
How are you not
Cow?
dead?
I brought some fresh milk
Oh my
straight
gosh.
straight from the udder.
I don't. No. Okay, I got by.
Zoe runs back into Gigi's room again. She's gone.
Had this like epiphany last night. You know, I was thinking back of everything that's happened, and when I was with Asmodeus, I had this moment of clarity that everything I've done has all been a trick by him or someone. And I said to him, I didn't want any. I just wanted to live. I was just going to be a farmer. I was just going to live my life like my dad. So last night I went out and I've am now like in charge of the cheese and dairy farms. So I thought, well, I better make a good impression on all my employees. So I got up nice and early this morning. I was just been down there mucking in with the lads, getting to know everyone. I'm gonna stay here and be a farmer.
Thought
I
you
don't
didn't
know if
have
this
any
is
more
worse.
surprises than you.
Yeah, I don't know if this is worse than you like before. But you seem pretty happy.
Oh, you know, a nice hard day's work. You know, it's good for the soul.
Frankie.
Yeah, or that which is left anyway, right? Have you seen Frankie anywhere?
So as you say that, you hear. Right, you okay? Yeah, come on, Frankie, get on in. Come on, there's gonna be food. I promise you. Come on.
Oh, will you please just stop your infernal whinging and get me a Bloody Mary?
Bloody! I don't even know what that is. That doesn't sound good. You want? What is that?
Vodka, tomato juice, and spice.
Okay, I'm sure I can sort that. Gee, has anyone? And you do, this is out in like, so you're in this sort of like cloistered area, and then like through in the center area, you can hear this voice, and you hear some Brian go, "Hey, do you know where you can find Guillermo, Gigi? Yeah, Factor, Gigi. You know where he is." And
Brian,
Oh!
we're in here.
Don't worry, you carry
Oh,
on with
God.
your business. Yes, thank you.
I need to stop shouting. That was real loud.
You hear Zoe come back going, "Oh my gosh, it's the stupid face back as well." Okay, great. And he goes, "Oh, Frankie, they're over here. I'm sure we can get you something. I'm sure we can sort you out." Gigi, we got a drinks menu sorted. Have you got food, something for these poor folks? I could probably cast Greater Restoration, but I really don't want to, if you know what I mean, after... sorry. New lease on life now.
Bit of hard work.
You are
Sweat it
in
all out for with
far too good a mood, Brian.
Well, I realised that I better bring on a good outlook, or else I'm going to completely fall apart. So I'm deciding that I'm just going to take the mick out of you, and that will make me feel better.
No, I definitely prefer like anxious Brian.
No,
There is too
this
much
one.
positivity in this room at the moment.
Yes, but Brian, wasn't the Lady of Pain going to kill
Like,
you and
you-
strip
let-
off your
let-
skin?
Okay, Frankie. Triggering me right now. Can we just not do this, please?
Ribs, like,
I'm trying to maintain a positive mental attitude. I will hit you in the face.
Can you just please try and concentrate on getting me a Bloody Mary?
Okay, Gigi,
Well,
can
I
you sort
don't know
out-
about a Bloody Mary.
You were saying White Russian. I get it.
Yeah.
I got the joke. I got the joke.
I do think it's quite funny how Chris has now canonized that Mary the First like exists in this.
Yeah.
Because that's what
No, because
Mary's named after.
it's a famous story. Yeah, Bloody Mary, named after that rose that grows in the fields outside of Waterdeep, on which someone spilt their vodka and their tomato juice, and picked up the rose and smelt it and smelt lovely, and therefore thought, this will be nice, and they called it a Bloody Mary. Canon.
Brilliant.
I made that up. I don't know.
Canon, yeah.
Canon
Yeah.
now. Yep.
Shall
read it in a book
we
once.
go and get something to eat and
Yes.
Yes.
get out of
Please.
Technically, I
This
don't need
might-
anything to eat, but it's okay. Let's go. I will watch over you as you eat.
So you don't need anything to eat, but do you think you'd like enjoy it if you tried
I
something?
can eat. Oh, I can. I
Yeah.
don't. I just don't. I like. I can sustain myself through just energy.
Is
you
it
know what I mean?
is it what happens after you eat? Is that the problem?
No, it's not like vampires or anything like that. I don't like go crazy or anything.
No,
I
I
can't eat.
meant like, you know, because if you eat, then like, is it because of the pooing? Is that the problem?
All right. Okay, Hummel. You're way too. You're in your farmer mode right now, aren't you? You're just getting down in the muck. Let's just not come. Let's.
Oh,
Zoe
yeah,
then goes.
Brian.
Okay, I'm gone again. All right, and she just runs off again. Can we just stop this now, please? Okay, let's go eat. Let's go eat. Okay.
Oh yeah, after a long, hard day's work, I could certainly do with some bacon. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yes. Where's the food hall? I've not been here. I don't really come around here very often. Gigi, it's not really kind of a cool
Yeah,
place
I
for us
can-
Dabby to hang out, if you know what I mean. So I'm sorry.
I can see why, given attitudes to portals.
Yes. Also, Frankie, you would have noticed this whilst you were out and about. There are many people in the streets. There are many people in the streets, and they're not happy about something. Just to clarify, you've kind of noticed this. You've kind of picked it up very peripherally. But there's a lot of activity, and you start to all realise that actually there's not a lot of people in your area right now. There was a couple in the thing, but there seems to be like an activity more other side of the temple and outside. And yeah, Brian's like, yeah, well, it's all kicking off. So
It-
you know,
it's
Yes, it
about-
reminds me back in Luskan. Yes, it was quite boisterous out there, and yes, it'd be good to get back out, and maybe we can earn a few gold, shaking a few of the punters down.
No, Frankie, you're forgetting we've got more important things to do. He's milking cows, which you would have noticed when you're milking cows. You're just in the farmstead. I'm going to say there's a farmstead to this temple. There's like a little area that you could like farm-ish, or you went down to some farms, and you've noticed as well, Hummel, there's a bit of kerfuffle, but you're in a bit of a blissful ignorance sort of mode, so maybe you just didn't really get involved in it, or you saw it however you take it. But there's lots of people in the street kind of having meetings and quorums about like what's going on with the temples and the portals, and you're hearing like there's town criers going around, ding-a-ling-a-ling, news is no portals happening in Sigil, the chant is this sort of thing. Yeah, and that's it.
I guess that's the end of our plan not to tell people about the portals.
I think it would be a good idea, everyone, and looking particularly at Frankie, if people didn't know that we maybe knew about the portals a little bit ahead of time.
Would that be a problem? Right, that's fine. No. I'm sure they won't say
Is-
anything. It's not. No, it's fine.
Oh,
Frankie, what did you do?
Well, there was these three dwarfs in the prison cell with me, and I may have told them I might be able to smuggle them out for
Why?
500 gold. Well, they paid half up front, so you know I thought, well, I'm not going to say no to that, am I? And I'm sure we'll come up with something that will help them out, and if not, I'm good at disguises.
So, all the portals in Sigil are broken,
Well, yeah.
leaving
Yeah.
the only way of us getting out Gigi's axe over here, and you thought, hey, I can show this mighty powerful axe to these random strangers because I can make a quick buck? Is that what you thought?
Carrie gets it. Carrie understands.
Okay, right. That axe is very powerful, very important.
I know.
The fact that the Lady of Pain has let you keep it is very
I know.
special.
I know there's a reason that I am hanging on to it for the
There
foreseeable future,
I
okay?
think I trusted you as a member of affection, someone with a little bit more, yes, you were very powerful, Frankie. I'm very aware. You are a very important person, but I just don't think you're in the right headspace right now to be handling a max of this description, okay? That's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. I gave them Gigi's name and said, we'll give you 10% of the cut, Gigi. It's a perfect deal.
Oh, bugger. So you've told some random people about the axe?
Yes, it was Mazud, Zelborg, and Fayesh. Yes, they're. I've told them come to the temple, and Gigi will sort them out. And yes,
that's going to come back.
Probably not the worst thing in the world, just because crazy people come to the temple doors all day, and there's enough going on at the moment that'll probably get lost in the shuffle. But
God, I hope so.
Well, again, if they don't, that's fine. Like I said, they gave me half the gold up front, so if we can hide away from them, then we have 500 gold, and I have 500 gold.
All right.
Sorry, I or we?
We, of course. He just kind of slooks away.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Okay. So, oh dear. Oh no. I was having such a good morning. I thought it was going well.
Well,
I'm now going back and...
at least you convinced yourself you were having a good morning, yeah?
I did, yeah. I did for a moment.
It's a great morning. The sun or whatever it is up there is shining.
Yeah. I wish it wouldn't.
He's just like stuffing him out.
Okay,
lovely.
right. You've been talking a long time. I think we said we were going to get food. Can we go get some food, please?
Please get food.
Please, like this. And Gigi, you know where you are. So you're in the old temple wing.
Yeah.
At the moment, that's where I'm putting you. I can share. I will try and put a map in the background
of what's the temple called, Hamilton? If you want to look dramatically into the camera for.
Well, you can tell. Why don't you tell people what it is? What is it?
The Shattered Temple.
The Shattered Temple. Yes. So it's but you're in the old temple wing, and you're in, which is like. I will, as I said, I'll put a map up. So you're in the old temple wing. I'm reorganizing the cells to be a bit more like actual quarters and stuff like that. So
sure.
I'm just gonna, I'm flavoring it a bit more than what it is because it's a very simple architectural diagram. So you're there.
Sorry, Hamilton. What's your day job?
I don't know. What do I do? Anyway, so
whatever could it be?
Whatever could it be? So I can interpret it. I am architect. I can change what I like. So I'm not power hungry. Right. So remind that. So you're in the scriptorium side of that old temple wing, as I said. And so you come sort of. I'm going to say there's a little corridor that takes you down to the scriptorium area, which is basically an office where people like make notes and keep records of all the sort of goings on of the temple. Additionally, it's sort of also where you might have like a quorum or something like that as a secondary sort of room, like smaller meeting room, whilst main things would be on any of the terraces or around the Bois Verdurus, which is this big magical tree that sits in the center of the old temple.
Yes.
And creates...
Why didn't you say so? Once Carrie feels a bit better.
Why?
Yeah.
Gotta go see the tree.
You want to go see the tree? Okay, so but you make your way out and you can take yourself to the refectory, which is just in the other side of the old temple wing. So you sort of walk along a sort of colonnaded court, like cloister, that takes you down and crosses over to the refectory, and you can walk in there. And there's a little ante-room, and inside there's tables, and there's sort of like a kitchen at the back, and you can sort of with like there's a big buffet. I'm gonna say there's a buffet table of food at the top, with some breakfast, eggs and breakfast chicken. I don't know, meats.
You had so many
breakfast
meats
chicken.
Chosen, and you went with chicken.
Chicken and waffles is a great breakfast.
Yeah, okay. There's some
I know.
waffles.
I'd be betraying us as the British half of the show if I didn't praise a fryer.
Yes.
But chicken and waffles is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I had chicken and waffles for dinner a couple of weeks back. There's a local takeout place that does like Jamaican and the kind of Caribbean American type food.
Yeah.
And I ordered like waffles and chicken. It was like, rah. It was nice.
You can get like, I guess there's gonna bring some like, it's like you can get like a Berber eggs. You've ever had Berber eggs? So it's like like spicy tomato fried with egg in it, sort of thing. You can get omelets. You can get some patisserie. You can get some like rice in a bowl. You can get noodles in like a cold broth sort of thing. Lots of like all different like various like flavors and foods, and some that's just like
weird beetles and some things from other planes, I can imagine. But yeah, you're sort of a good host and selection. Lots of fruits as well. So, yeah.
Frankie's going to get some really sort of underdone, slippery, slimy, sunny side up fried eggs.
Yeah.
And just sit down next to Zoe and just spooning them up.
Zoe just doesn't.
What
What is wrong with you, Frankie? You are sick. You are actually broken in brain. I thought I was broken in brain before. You are an evil human being.
Come on, someone he can and just ladle
No,
up.
no, I'm going to eat potato and rice only. It is what I know is good for you. Okay.
I like to imagine Frankie occasionally eats with her hands just to really upset people, like a handful of baked beans.
She's used to living on a ship.
Yes,
you know,
yeah,
walking around, just
exactly.
grab what you can, and
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Carrie has the biggest bowl of porridge imaginable.
Oh yeah, okay,
It's
yeah.
just very
There's-
slowly, like.
There
eating
is
that,
treacle. There's everything you can put on it. Some blueberries.
Oh no, it's plain porridge.
Plain
porridge.
porridge. See, yes, see, Carrie, understand. You eat the simplest food. Okay, gruel is good when you like this. Yeah.
Less likely to come back up.
Yeah, exactly. No acidic things.
Gigi is also eating something like vegetarian.
Okay.
Avocado toast.
Avocado
Of
and
course
toast.
he
love
is.
it.
He's a damn millennial,
He's such a hipster. Gigi is such a hipster.
right?
What does Hummel eat? Hummel's already. Has he already ate? Probably. Or are you eating? You're eating lunch.
Yeah,
now, I guess.
he's having lunch, but he's like, well, it's his dinner. He's been up since dawn.
Yeah, so it's probably it's about 11, 12, I'd say.
Yeah,
Sort of time.
he's put in a good 6 hours of work.
Yeah.
He's got a nice bottle of like blue milk to drink.
Blue milk.
Yeah.
And he's... Yeah, he'll have like some bacon and some eggs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Massive pile, and he's just eating some potatoes.
Love
I
it.
know.
Love it.
And
Love
he's
it.
just munching away, drinking his milk that no one wants.
You realise that
Yeah.
you're the only ones in here completely, and none of this food has been touched at all since so
That's
you're
ominous.
yeah.
That is odd.
So you're
It's
just there.
Magic. It's okay.
Well, it keeps warm. It's on like
Yeah.
heater plates. It's got like little magic like it's got like a heated table maybe that steams up some hot air into the underside of the plates, and it's kind of like under a little furnace table.
Yeah.
Like
Or
a
everything's
bakery.
just got little mini like runes of heat metal.
Yeah,
in it.
exactly. Yeah, maybe that's it. Just something like that. Yeah, let's go with that. It's either steampunky or it's magic. You can choose whichever one. Let's go. Let's go with that. Little runic symbols that like make heat metal, and and you kind of sit down and you eat your meal, and as I said, it's pretty quiet in there, and just Zoe's very quiet, just keeps it. And Brian just sort of sits there and just goes, "Oh, all right. If anyone really we need to get you waking up. Should I just give you all a bit of a boost? Does everyone want a bit of boost? I think you've suffered enough. Yeah."
Why
I'm
are
not
you
gonna say no.
threatening / promising?
He goes, I can give you all a bit of great restoration. Now I'm here, I'm pretty much I can get my spell slots. I can replenish my spell energy quite regularly now I'm here in Sigil. So I can probably just dump a few little. Come here, Zoe, go on. And he goes puts a little and she goes, oh great, thank God. Oh, okay. Should we go drinking again? I But I could have some wine. No, let's not have some wine, actually. I'm happy now. Oh, but I might go get some bacon and some eggs. Okay. Frankie,
I recommend the eggs, yes.
Don't do it to Frankie. Don't give her the thing. Is anyone else? I can do this to all of you. I've got enough. Do you want it?
Yes, please.
Yes. Gary, here you go. There you go. And Frankie, come on.
Oh well, yes. We might as well get
Come on.
the old hair of the direwolf out my system.
There you go. Right. He clicks his fingers again, and all of you. Gigi, you doing good?
Yep. No, geez, exhausted.
Yeah, let's
He
get rid
has
of that
not slept,
exhaustion.
no.
Let's get rid of that exhaustion. So he
Woo.
gets rid of that. There you are. You're all good. And Hummel, you look
Whoosh.
fine. So I'm just gonna
it's-
leave you to it.
It's that stout halfling blood of mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
That or the ale that you drink every night.
Yeah. Stout or the stout.
Yeah.
But
Oh, dear.
oh, right. But my white
Yeah.
doesn't get
Can we take advantage away from the DM?
yes, you can. You can all gain advantage from having to deal with it, I guess.
So I guess there's lots to do today. Now you're all feeling better and you've had some food. You up
Well,
for
I
it?
just need to go and muck out some stables, and then I'm pretty much done for the day.
Well, okay. Are you saying now you're just giving up and becoming a farmer now? Is that your plan now, Hummel?
Well, you know what? It seems like a good life, really. Nice, hard work, but it's rewarding.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you that there's only like one farm and they're going to run out of meat very soon because there's no access to Arborea or anything like that. So we've got the River Styx is now literally the only way in and out of here. So
It seems like we're set. Frankie can start up a mercantile business on the river, exporting and importing. And Carrie, I could use some extra help on the fields, dragging the plough. And
Excuse you.
I feel like that's a microaggression.
well, I
For
mean,
sure.
I'll pay you in all the milk you like.
all right, okay. I feel this is
Okay,
descending
I
again.
think
I
my
think
fist has another appointment with your face if you're not careful.
Gigi, you can be our, bless our druid. You can help bless the crops and the cows with good harvests. We can.
Yeah, I make a point of trying not to talk to farm animals because
I'm totally
some
up
of
for
the stuff
making
they
this.
say.
She's right here. That's not very nice.
Okay, right. I was gonna take some sympathy on you, and I was like, okay, Hummel's been through a lot. Maybe Hummel's just a bit tired and a bit not thinking things through and deflecting stuff right now. But no, Hummel, what the actual fuck? We have to do stuff. We have to fix this shit that you started. You're not being a farmer. What the hell?
I understand you might want some time off, but I don't know. I'll just give this to you first, and then you can maybe decide if this is what you want to do or not. And Gigi's reached inside his coat and hand Hummel's recorder back to him.
So without even thinking, he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And he takes it off of you, and it's like, and the moment he touches it, it's like electrocutes him, and a black energy comes out of it and starts going up his arm, and his eyes go black, and he passes out.
Oh, I wish someone had done that to him sooner.
What did you just do?
Where did you get that, Gigi? Is he all
It's
right?
it's his recorder.
Why did you have it?
How did you have it?
Oh, I had this thing where I thought it was a dream, and it turns out it probably wasn't a dream, where I was talking to someone whose name I am definitely not saying in consecrated ground, and and he gave me the recorder, so I thought I'd give it back to Hummel because
Brian
it's
goes,
his.
oh crap.
And-
He goes and checks.
And
if
I'm
he's
not
all right.
lugging that shit around with me all the time. Between this and the act, I have far too much fiendish stuff going on already. I'm a very mellow person, okay? This is not my bag.
Yeah, I gathered.
I think he's all right. He seems to just be passed out. I think he's all right. I don't know what's going on.
Why
with
is
him.
it always the bards as well?
I don't know. I think
is always the bards.
We've been around for a really long time. It's only the bards where we've gone through multiple.
they just keep. I mean, they're very, go out there. They kind of jump into battle, don't they? They just kind of end up, just exploding, basically, or getting blown up.
Check Hummel's okay.
Yeah, I think he's. Yeah, I think he'll come round.
Kneel down and just shake him a bit and be like, Hummel. Maybe slap his face a little bit, wake up.
Hold on, let me just roll a luck die.
I'll leave this to you, Hummel. I'm going to leave this all up to you. You can do this, Luke. You do what you want to do. I'm up for that.
As you slap
collaborative
him,
sort of thing,
his
yeah.
eyes just open up and his pupils are huge, and then they kind of shrink down and narrow into the light of the room. And as he does so, his face kind of becomes a bit more paler than normal, and his hair starts his luscious blonde locks just start turning black. Emo boy, and he suddenly got eyeliner on. And
Hey, don't diss the eyeliner.
The transformation you've described is just Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3.
yeah, totally, yeah. All of a sudden, his hair's going the other way.
It's evil Spider-Man, evil Superman. It's all those sort of things, isn't it? Yeah.
My
what did you do? Like, and he's just like, he's looking around, like, and he kind of gets up and he's like, he's hearing whispers.
Yeah, I was
in his
going to
head.
say, you hear a French-Canadian voice in your mind going, you can't get a... I got to get the voice back. Oh, it's hard to do, isn't it? It's got to get the... Oh, yeah. Hello, Hummel. How you doing?
And he just spins round. It's like, what? It's like,
Hummel.
You just hear
Someone broke the bard.
I think the bar was broken a long time ago, but what the hell is this?
I don't know.
To be honest, I didn't even need the recorder. I just thought it'd be for dramatic effect. I've always been here since you left.
What did... Get out of my head!
I'm sorry, it's not as easy as that.
Out of your head, we're not in your head, you poor emo fool. Gigi just gave you your penny whistle back. Who were you talking to?
Gigi, who gave you that?
He knows who gave it to him.
I think you know.
Gigi, you hear a... Thank you. And he's just laughing.
Well, Gigi, I never thought I'd say this to you, but maybe you need to think some things through before you do them.
Whose fault is all of this, Carrie? Whose fault?
Whose fault? It's not mine.
His hands start sizzling with purplish black.
Whoa,
energy.
whoa.
What have you done, Gigi?
I know the answer to this one. I know this one. It was you, Hummel.
Use
with
it.
the wishing spell
Go
on the mountaintop.
Frankie, can you not keep your mouth shut for 1 second?
Sorry. Starts eating eggs again.
You know you want to use it. Go on.
And he's like, oh. And he's just like, oh.
You can use it.
And he does like
it's
a...
easy. It's gonna be
He
so
does like-
delicious, huh? You just use it, and it will be so tasteful.
And it just shoots off this bolt of black warp's energy up into the sky.
See, that's powerful, you know.
And
That's
it's-
power. You don't hear. None of you are hearing this. Obviously, me. But
No. We're only, I'm assuming we're hearing Hummel's half the
that's it.
conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Just clarify.
Well, that was impressive.
I'm telling you, when this is done, I am going to kill you. Now get out of my head.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Kisses. He gives a little.
Oh my god.
Kisses.
Yeah. Ciao. Yeah.
God, Asmodeus is so creepy. It's great.
Oh no shit! Asmodeus is creepy.
But
Asmodeus is
but
creepy.
he's
never.
not like threatening. He's just so like insidious. It's like very kind of unsettling rather
That's
than
the
being
plan.
like a.
But
Yeah.
he can play it how he needs to play it, I think.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I'm doing it. I feel that Hummel deserves a bit of... He's given him... Yeah. He just... Yeah.
Well, Hummel, when we're done with all this, you can go do as much killing as you like, but... Well, I think we got some things to do.
Once you notice it... So this... When you saw the temple, I give you a bit of a description of it when you went out, but you're not really taking it because you're shielding yourself in the eyes, but it's already pretty crumbly. You know, it's a broken temple, and it's a ruin. The cell bits that you're in, the old temple wings, are in a better state than the main temple itself, which are more ruinous. But when you've smashed up this hole, it's quite easily, like, it falls apart quite quickly, and you sort of make a big dent, and a bit of plaster falls down, and like you've made a hole in the ceiling, and it's sort of like a barrel vaulted ceiling, you know, sort of like a vault that goes up like that, and it's got a little, like, you can see old paint, you know, like a really bad, like, frescoes have still left, but like in pieces on the, you know, they've been chipped away and painted over years. There's bits of like graffiti as well on the walls. It's a bit like a, you know, some sort of emo band's photo shoot sort of space, if we're going to go on that sort of thing.
Perfect.
Yeah, and so you fit right in now. And you've made this hole, and you hear someone sort of run in from outside, and you go, they come in and they go, Factor, Guillermo, sorry, are you all right in here? Are you okay?
Everything's fine. It's totally fine.
There's nothing to worry about. It's okay. Thank you for your diligence, though. It is noted.
Good. I think noticing that you're here, Terrence, Factual Terrence would like to see you if you are back now. If you have a moment.
Yes. Okay. Is just me acceptable?
Yes. I mean, you can bring your. He only said you. He said you had friends with you. He didn't say to. He just said he'd like to see you. That could be plural. It could be singular. I'm actually quite. He's very. I don't know. Your decision.
Yeah. That's a lesson as well to learn in future dealings with T. So
T, right?
Sure, and also don't call him that.
No, right,
so
okay.
I'm gonna go in and talk to him, and the rest of you can wait outside because it may be that he wants to talk to all of us.
So this fawn-like creature.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the buffet. Just leave me here. Come back when you're done.
No.
So it's a fawn-like creature that comes through. His name's Kalian, and you will know him as you will know him as someone who is like he does like tours. He used to do tours of the temple and stuff like that. And he's sort of like a key sort of like member of the faction, and is sort of he was healed by he got magically healed when he gave up his god. He used to be a cleric, and he gave up his god and was magically healed from that point. And so he's quite a famous character in Planescape. So
he's healed with the power of atheism.
Yes, exactly. He was healed with the power of atheism. Weirdly, I don't know how that quite works, but that's the whole. But the Athar thing is that they believe there's a god beyond the gods, if you see what I mean. So like, there's that sort of belief. So he's healed by the
power of agnosticism.
Yeah, well, it's
Name is Ao, I think, isn't it? So like the god that created the gods. That
Oh yeah,
the
no.
world is Ao.
Yeah, no, but it's not that. They have a belief in in the great unknown, is what it's called. That's what the Athar call it. So they believe that there is something beyond a physical deity that we see. The deities that you see are just very powerful mortals that have become immortal, not true gods, and they're just fake gods. So anyway,
they're fake gods corrupted by power. And
exactly.
Things like that.
Yeah. So that's it. So anyway, that's who Kalian. That's who it was. He goes, okay, right. I'm changing him from a tiefling to a fawn because I thought it was a fawn, and now I've said it. I'm going to stick with that. So, but yeah, so he's like, yeah, okay, all right. Well, you know where he's by the tree. There's quite a lot of people. We've kind of kept them out of the temple. We've got a lot of people are keeping people away from the temple because there's a lot of stuff going on in the city. Yeah. There's something weird he needs to show you.
Weird?
Yeah, something weird's happened.
I'm sometimes considered an expert in weird.
Good, because we're gonna need
okay.
it. Yeah, and he wants to talk to you specifically because I think you know a little bit about it. Anyway, I'll leave it to him. I'm talking too much. I'm gonna go. I need to go run a couple more errands. I need to go into town and try and find someone. So I'm going to get Lysindra. She needs to come and help us a bit. So if you can just go talk to him, and I'll be back. All right? Do you need anything whilst I'm out? Milk? You've got milk? Okay, that's good.
No.
Do you want the milk?
Oh, yeah, I'd love some milk. Yeah.
Please take it.
Oh, thank you. Can I have some milk?
Sure.
If you see three burly dwarfs, just don't point in this direction.
Are you Frankie?
Yes, you must have heard of me, the fabulous Frankie Flight. Yes.
No, there was three people at the gate that were asking for you. You've got some sort of axe that's going to take them to a magical dimension or something like that.
Yes, if you can just.
Frankie, is that your drunken fantasies?
It's amazing what people will say when they've had a few, isn't it?
I know.
Yeah, if you could just point them to the other side of town, that'd be wonderful. And
perfect.
You haven't seen me.
Yeah. Okay, they were very scary. But fortunately,
you look like a strapping something. I'm sure you can handle yourself.
It's fine. I think they're starting to talk to Hobart, who's our librarian. So I think he's probably going to bore them to death before anything. So that's fine. So
it's a way of getting round so we don't pass.
Oh no,
you're
fine. You won't go that way. They're on the other far terrace.
Okay. Good.
That's fine. They're at the south terrace, which is down that way, and you need to go into the tree in the middle of the thing. As I said, we've kept people out of the temple because of the thing. So don't know why I'm whispering. Anyway, bye. I better go. And he just runs out and he goes off.
The milk. Okay.
He's taken the milk already. He took it very gingerly and he downed it and then sort of went. Yeah.
There's still so much milk. Why do you have so much milk, Hummel?
That was a lot of cows.
I'm gonna say. Oh wait, can I say he takes the milk and he goes, "Oh, it's sour."
Sour. I was going to say that. Yeah, I was going to say it. Mate.
Sorry,
You
I
take down
retcon that.
Yeah.
Ugh, what's wrong with your milk? I'll go get some new milk, okay? And he runs out. That's it. Okay, you're left alone.
Okay. We're going to go and talk to Terrence now. Everyone, it is quite important to me to be polite here. This is effectively my boss, so try to be less... I would say be yourselves, but don't do that.
I thought we were friends, Gigi.
We are, but this is a professional environment for me. I'm sure there's people in your life you wouldn't want all of us to be like the way we are around as well, right?
Can't say I've ever been in a professional environment.
Sure. Yeah, okay. The other very, very, very important thing is that there'll be a big tree, a big magic tree, and there'll be some red fruit on it, which might be glowing. Do not pick it, and do not eat it.
Gigi, why did you say that?
You've literally
You
I
can
really
maybe
want to
do
pick
that
it now.
if you feel like dying, but otherwise I would not recommend you doing that. And Terrence is likely to stop you anyway.
Oh,
but just as a heads up,
When have I
to
ever
do?
let you down, Gigi?
to be fair, I can't think of a time, but that's mostly because other people stop you first. Anyway,
Can I at least have one
Fine,
study?
be fine.
you can ask. He'll probably say no, but that's okay. There's an old story in one of these books about a magic tree, and some people like picked and ate the fruit off it, and I don't know. It's one of the smaller like religions here, so just respect. Don't eat the
Okay.
tree. It's fine
Respect.
because it's not ours. It's older, and we don't entirely understand it still. So
What happens if you eat the fruit?
I personally do not know that, and I don't think Gigi does either.
You
I
wouldn't
think he goes
even
to
dare.
Asmodeus, I think.
You won't dare even try and pluck a fruit from the tree. It's very high up for a start, so you'd have to try and do that first.
Yeah.
And if you tried to, well, you can see what happens. You can see what
Yeah.
happens. But you
It's one of
wouldn't.
those things where Gigi, like no one's even tried it.
You know that this tree is used for rituals to absorb magical items of priestly. So if a cleric comes here and like gives up their religion, they will give up
Yeah.
magical items from their priesthood, and they will be absorbed by the tree.
Yeah,
So
the tree has soaked up the power of.
it also
hundreds
has
of gods,
has the ability
so-
to cast banishment at 7th level. So
I bet
Yeah,
those
you can just
apples
do that.
taste good.
yeah, banishment
Although
tastes good at 7th level, doesn't it?
Can I just say that you have just said to a pirate, acrobat, and a thief.
As
And-
well as
and-
Nobody
and
has
academic.
ever climbed this tree. Nobody's ever taken anything from this tree. Just put it out there.
and also to a person who was like, Helm of Forbidden Knowledge? Yes, please. Oh, do not eat from tree of power.
I know.
Yes, please.
You also said to a scientist, "Oh, we don't really understand it."
Yes,
So
exactly. There you go.
That's forbidden,
I-
forbidden
again,
knowledge,
I
forbidden
feel
fruit.
like-
What's the difference?
I feel like it's accurate to what Gigi would actually say, and
No, it's
just
true.
totally not think about the consequences
Yeah.
of it. So.
Very true. Okay.
it's true.
You know that the Factal does take a piece of fruit occasionally from the tree and carries it around with him as well.
Yeah, yeah,
he does
but he's sort of earned it. you
Yeah,
know?
he's like the leader.
He's been through enough
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get to this point.
So yeah, okay. So what do you do? Do you make your way? Do you make your way downtown?
Absolutely.
Walking fast. Oh,
Faces
Yeah,
path.
we'll follow Gigi.
yeah. Okay. All right. So you make your way out, and so then you can sort of take it in a bit more now. This temple. I'll
Mhm.
try and give you another quick image, which I'll put up there again. Where is it? Oh, it's not worked. Great. There you go. I've got it now. And it looks like it's basically a very ruined temple. It was clearly once quite a high temple of which probably had some towers, and it's got these sort of big arching columns that sort of arch into a central point, and but it's broken and ruined. And it's got these buttresses that come out of it. It's got big, large stone walls. Though, even though it looks all broken and twisted, but actually it's very much reinforced with magic and from this tree itself. So it's kind of, even though you could, when you shoot what Hummel shot out, the sort of, what I won't say the spell, but the spell that he used,
Emo blast.
That obviously would affect it to a certain degree, but you'd have to. I was kind of flavouring it a bit more, but it's not falling apart. It's not going to fall on you, even though it looks like things are about to fall over, sort of thing. But you walk towards it, and it's got this archway, and it goes into sort of, it's got pretty much no roofs in this main central area. The sort of side vestibules where it says on the main map, like records and stuff, they have little arch sort of, they are old, what do you call them? What they called little altar areas, little side altars and vestibules that you'd have in a church, whilst the main space has got no roof. But in the centre is this absolutely humongous tree, which is the most luscious looking tree that you could imagine. It's just a proper big oak, like big but like oversized and huge, like trunk that grows up from inside like a little grassy, muddy central circle in the middle, and it goes up to a huge canopy which is just lush with these fruits which look sort of like apples, but very big and red and sort of, but they look a bit more fleshy, like maybe more like a peach, maybe potentially, or like a plum. I don't know, sort of that sort of like texture, as if they're sort of, and they sort of glisten a little bit with like a dewdrops on them and stuff like that. They sort of look very inviting and very tasty.
Carrie's like got her goals down off of her face and is like looking at it, like maybe like flick something and there's like a little lens that comes in front. She's like, I can't see. I'm trying to see.
Frankie's looking at the tree and looking back at Gigi, and looking at the tree, looking back at Gigi, and just you can see see beads of sweat forming on her brow.
And so, exactly. And then you notice that anyone who's got some sort of magical innate ability notices there is an aura. You feel a magical aura emanating.
That's all of us.
Yeah, so all of you feel a magical aura emanating from this tree, let alone its sort of like grandeur. And you get that sort of feeling as you get closer to it. It's very much like, wow, it's sort of awe-inspiring. At the base of that, tree is a human figure. He is I'm trying to I've lost it again. So many tabs. It's too many tabs. Too many people. Too many tabs. Yes. Wearing sort of more like what Salen was wearing. The young fawn character was wearing sort of like a sort of Grecian sort of clothing, if you can imagine, sort of like ruffled sort of fabric wrapped around. Very much like your sort of cover of Theros, sort of Grecian, sort of like fawn-like character, and sort of like a little like rope tie, and similar with Factal Terrence. However, he's more sort of robed, and he's got like a little headpiece that sort of has a little diamond in the middle, and I'll try and get a little bit of artwork up, and he's got like little feathered sort of headpiece with very low feathers, not very like large, but just like a couple of like the sort of shape. And he sort of ties his hair back into like a ponytail, but it's sort of like spiked out. It's kind of like spiked into a little ponytail. He's got quite strong jaw and nose features, and wears a sort of collarless shirt underneath this sort of heavy robe that's sort of hanging loosely, a bit like a Jedi, but kind of light coloured robe, sort of like what do you call them? Like poncho thing, I guess. Yeah. And he's sort of there, and he's sort of standing there, and he's got someone else next to him who's just there's a female elf character that's talking with him and staring at the tree, and he's sort of like looking and like this, and then and says, Okay, and then it sends them away, and he turns around to you, and it's just him alone at the tree. And he goes, Gigi, hello. Oh no, I was going to do a different voice for him. Oh wait, I was going to try and do a Yorkshire voice, but I don't know. I thought that felt right. No, I'm just going to stick with that. Hello, Gigi. How are you? How are you doing? You've been through the wars, it seems.
Much change, Fartal. Thank you.
Yes. Well,
Much change, but we are still here, and we are still more or less in one piece.
well, yes. Well, you made it. What a journey! I feel we sent you on a mission, but I can't quite remember why. Anyway, but you're back. That's the main thing, and everything is well with your journey. I'm sorry, I do forget why you left. Yes. Anyway, we have issues here.
So it would seem, yes.
But you're well. You're well, though.
Yes, given the circumstances, yes.
Good. Right. Sorry. I'm just a little bit... Since you turned up, I'm feeling very confused. All of a sudden. I'm trying to rack my brains, and this is something that doesn't happen to me very often. Anyway. Let's, Anyway, yes, right. Sorry, let's go. Sorry, introduce me to your friends. Hello.
These are my acquaintances. We have here Carrie.
Yes,
Gigi.
Carrie.
I was going to
Nice
just
to meet you.
Ah,
Frankie.
but when you do that, I'd like to make a stealth check just to try and nip behind the back of this tree.
Well,
Oh my
funny
God.
you should say that because
you too.
Go on.
You
then.
too.
Yep.
Just as you... Okay, go on. Do what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to do.
Okay,
Well,
so pretty much what Frankie wants to do is I rolled 25 on stealth. So I just want, as Gigi says, and Frankie, I'm not there. I've disappeared from the back of the tree. I've cast minor illusion, and I'm walking out from the other side of the tree with what looks like one of the fruits in my hand.
Before you even try and stealth away... Yeah, no, I like it.
I've not rolled a dice.
You can roll it. No, it's good. Sorry. I'm sorry. Terence goes, before you're about to... when you're about to leave, you act like he's not looking at it, and he pulls out an apple, one of these fruits, and just goes and hands it to you as you're walking past him. Just whilst he's talking, he just hands it out to you. And then the same to you, Hummel. If you try walking out, he just passes a second one over to you and just hands you one. They're delicious. Please, have one.
Yeah, Frankie will just look and there's no fun in that. So Frankie's just gonna
He ruined
walk
your
away.
fun, didn't he?
Yeah,
He's taking the sport away, yeah.
yeah.
no. So
Sorry.
what I was going to do was cast invisibility on Frankie.
Oh, right.
So
Okay,
that
if
he
you do
could-
that, so he
Well,
passed it.
true.
He just passes one to Frankie. If any of you want to try it, I could tell. It happens quite often, and no one else is here. So if you want one, I won't tell anyone. Anyway, look,
What will happen if I eat it?
nothing really. It's just a very delicious fruit. The tree has magical powers, and you really can't access them unless you want to join our faction. I hear. I can see.
have plenty of
You know, I
plenty
can
of
see it in
literature
you.
I can read as we journey.
I can see you are struggling. Have you... I mean, you understand, don't you, that, these gods of ours are just, nothing, right? Yeah?
Perhaps.
Well, then, why don't you, so then you're already halfway on the journey to true enlightenment, so why not? Why not? You've always got a place here.
Thank you. I think, but
I
truth
mean,
be
we
told,
are...
I feel as though I've stolen enough of the limelight the past couple of episodes. So
That's fine. That's fine.
let's.
I totally understand.
That's incredible.
Let somebody else have a go.
No, that's fine. Okay, but he
No,
waffles
no,
on. He gives you. He
absolutely.
just sort of looks at you and just goes, "I see. Yeah. Well, I see you all as you could. They call us the Defiers and stuff. So I think that's what they say about us. But it's all in the fight to stop these more powerful beings from just taking over our world and controlling us.
Factol, if I may, whether or not these
Sorry.
people have necessarily believed our noble goal or not, they have given much blood, sweat, and tears in the pursuance of our objectives, unknowingly or not. They have fought to rid the world of those that would exploit others.
Well, that's all we aim for. That's all we aim for. It's just
Absolutely.
Perhaps you have a pamphlet or something I could take to read later.
I'll get Salen to leave one in your room. Anyway, look, there is something I need to show you, Gigi. You, with your history, your background, you're the best placed probably for this. You have a
Gigi's gone a little bit pale at that.
yeah.
Just a bit. Sorry, what you said?
No, and he goes, hello, Dabu, friend. Hello.
Oh, that's Brian.
Brian hasn't come into the room. He's staying outside. You can come in. You can come in. And your tiefling friend as well. Yes, that you're with them, and they're both standing outside. Zoe's still eating food. She's like, I didn't want to come in whilst I was still eating. It felt like a very sacred place. I've just got more bread. I'll give me a. She's just eating. Brian goes, I'm happy out here actually. I'm fine. Thank you. I'll stay out here. Thank you. I'm not quite comfortable yet. Hello. You won't get killed. Don't worry. She's not going to mind if you come in. Just please, come on, Brian. And all right. And he just like shuffles in. Come on, Zoe. Come on, mate. Hold my hand. And they kind of walk in. So anyway, let's go over here and see what's happening. Follow me. And he leads you away from the tree and out the sort of north of that plan, so out the top of the plan, and towards this other area where there's a little small chapel zone. And it looks a bit more like a crypt meets a chapel that's off the map and to the north. And it's another terrace which like surrounds it. It's all ruins and blocks. There's other little mausoleums and crypts that probably have been like destroyed, and they're on the sides, and they sort of take up this area. And then you get a bit of a better view of the area around for the new initiated to you. You realise that this temple sits within a block around it of empty space that is all crumbled rubble. And those of you who would have known the story that this temple was the site where the Lady of Pain just destroyed Eosakar and his temple, and everything within a block radius around it, and just went, bosh, get rid. And everyone in that area just disintegrated. The whole thing, the whole area was just gone. So that's kind of the Lady of Pain for you.
Don't piss off the Lady.
Exactly, yeah, just to remind you.
That's why Gigi was a bit about Frankie giving her some back chat last episode.
Yeah, it's just in here. Look, we're not quite sure what it is. We've heard news, and I'm sure you heard the news that none of the portals are working, and we're trying to figure it out. And I'm just about to I need to go to other meetings, but this seemed more prominent than the other thing now. Mm-hmm. So, and Gigi, yes. Anyway, through here, there's a weird portal has appeared that we've never seen before. So I'm just preparing you before we go in here. It's something quite strange. And Lysindra is on her way, who's going to maybe help us understand it. I'm not sure. And we can see what's going on. So just in here, don't touch it. We've not touched it yet. We've sent some things in. Anyway, you're ready, I'm assuming. I've only just met you. Very pleasure to meet you. I've just got a lot to do. So, you ready to go inside?
These people have been through hell and back. I have every faith.
Okay, right. Okay, so in here, and so there's a little square arch. It's kind of a flat square building. It's got a little dome top that just comes to a half circle at the top, and probably got it's got a little oculus in the middle. So you go through the door. It's sort of a deep entrance. It gets dark, and it's very thick walls. And you walk in, and I'd say, what is it in size? About 60 feet wide, and it's a square. And it's sort of like, if you looked in plan, it's like a square with like little doors off all corners. And you go into the middle of it. And you start seeing sort of those caustics that you get from water. You know, when you have water underneath a bridge and it sort of reflects on a bridge, you get that sort of light that creates caustic light, little flickery tendrils. You're seeing that, but in a very haphazardy way. And he goes, this
this like mausoleum was famed for the high priest of Eoskar at the time, so it's kind of one of the few that sort of seems to have survived the torment, and so it's a strange place for this to have arrived. But anyway, let's in here. And you kind of go, and he's just telling you about that when you come through, and then you see just cutting this space in half, which is when you go in, it's just a square room with a circular. It's got a lovely like marble pattern on the floor with like a circle that goes into a square with little circles in each corner, and then this dome is like littered with the planes are all explained in like a circle in the great wheel around it, and you realize that this circle in the middle represents like the material plane, and then the 4 elements are on those 4 little mini circles, and then those little circles create tiny little circles that kind of come off, and it's basically like just diagrams of planar exploration. But in the middle of the room, cutting it, is this broken mirror effect shimmering thing. It's kind of all like it's like fluid and then shattered and like shards and stuff like that, and it's all sort of there just in the center, and it sort of cuts it in half as the square, and as you get closer to it, it sort of bends a bit, and he goes, it hasn't done this before. And you get closer to it, and it sort of bends around and wraps around in a circle, in like a cylinder around that central circle. That was new. Right. Anyway, this is what we found. Here. It happened yesterday, about the same time that everything went a bit strange. Hobart has been reading some books, and he doesn't know what it is, and that's quite freaky because he doesn't know. But this seems to be some sort of portal. We've chucked some things in there. Nothing's come back so far. Nothing's come out of it so far. No one's gone in it yet. But this is what we found. Do you have any ideas? Any magical ways of understanding it? I just think, with your knowledge of some strange portal activity and being from Limbo yourself, Gigi, we wondered, that was our only guess, that it was something of a chaotic nature.
Do you want me to roll something for this? Or,
anyone can make any investigation, however you like. You can look at the room. There's stuff.
Sure.
Are we all in the room? I
You're
thought
all
you
in the
just
wall.
took Gigi.
No,
absolutely.
Sorry, all of you in the room.
Well, in that case.
Frank is not being let out of.
No, everyone's coming.
Sight.
Sorry, sorry.
I've got no 19.
19 on an Arcana.
Investigation.
Or an investigation.
On investigation.
Okay, fine.
Or Arcana.
No, however you want. Yeah, just tell me what you'd like to do. Do you want to investigate it, like look at it, or do you want to investigate it, like magically?
I guess investigate it and look at it with sort of my history and my sort of knowledge from memory.
All right. And what other numbers did people get in anything?
I rolled a 28.
Wow. Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Okay.
Yeah, Frankie's just got a 14. He's got, Gigi, why don't you just hit it with your axe? See what happens.
What axe? Interesting. Okay, I don't think hitting this with an axe is a good idea, but you can obviously try. I don't know. If it's, I can see you're some sort of fighter, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Captain.
Yes, captain. Oh, captain. Apologies.
No, captain. I'm that good. They name me twice.
Okay.
Don't mind her.
I won't.
She pulls your leg.
It's fine. I've had to deal with all sorts of idiots before, so we will.
Gigi,
is that Hamilton speaking, or is that...
I was going to be like, Gigi raises their eyebrows. Do Gif have eyebrows?
Yeah. Someone drew a pair on you last night when you were drunk.
Yeah, with like
I just
the
like
glasses
how
and
Frankie's the naughty child and everyone's just willing to just tolerate it to a certain extent and just give a back chat if that's
well,
okay.
because in canon we've all been together for like years.
Yeah, exactly.
So we must have just kind of totally come to terms with
Exactly.
it as a thing.
Yeah.
This is Frankie trying to be good in front of Gigi's boss.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just trying to show you're important or something.
Like, we're all worried about Frankie, but she's a known entity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm more worried about Hummel.
Yeah, that's the devil you know.
Hey, badum.
Badum.
So you okay with the 14? I'm gonna say that it seems like some sort of portal. You can see different pictures and images in it. Gigi, you take a look at it and you have a look at it and you just sort of more feel something. You feel a resonance at moments, not all the time. Every so often you just kind of go, oh, that sort of, that sense of home, that sort of smell of home, that sort of, that sort of feeling of home. You just sort of get that.
Yeah.
But only when you're in, like, as I said, at certain points and when certain colours shift in it. It's all different colours of the rainbow, and it goes from, it goes to no colours and probably into other spectrums of colour. You can't quite tell that, but you can see, but there's moments when it becomes slightly more soup-like colour and sort of like a grey, greeny brown sort of colour, and that's when you sort of get this sense of home. And then you get these moments where it becomes very deep red and you're like, oh, yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
That is the abyss.
Yeah, I've been there, right? Yeah, I know that. You get that sense of, oh yeah, that's yesterday, and you're feeling, and you're just getting that impression based off that. You can take that however your intelligence will, but you're getting this sense of multiple different essences that you can resonate with, going round in it. 28. Let's come to the 28.
How I would like to flavor this is Carrie literally's like, right, and gets out that orb and just hands it to Gigi and goes, hold this.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we'll start like looking at it and sort of, she's not going to touch it, but like with her goggles and stuff, like sort of investigating and like looking at it. And then she's like, Francis, what can you tell me?
Francis, okay. Hello, Carrie. How are you? Oh, we're not in the abyss anymore. Yay!
Yeah, yay!
You
Exactly. Point of order.
Yeah.
What's this?
What?
It's a portal.
Oh my gosh.
You know about portals.
Right. Okay. He goes searching. He does a little bit of like loading screen for a bit, and he goes. I won't do the voice because it will hurt for longer than that. But that's it. I'll do the introduction, then I'll go through it. He goes through it and he goes, I'm noticing many signatures of energy from this. Patterns and runic symbols that are resonant with nearly all the planes, if not all the planes. Looking at the room, I can see that this is a room with all the cosmology. It is explaining that this seems to have access to all. It is searching for something.
Searching? For what?
I do not know, but it seems to be searching for something.
That's unsettling. Okay. So it could settle on a certain plane if it found whatever it was looking for.
I do not know more than that. All I can... it's doing the New Zealand accent. I do not know more than that. It just seems to be... All I can say is that it is constantly looking for something.
Yeah. I heard you the first time, Francis. We got this relationship. I talk out loud, I think out loud, and then you say facts. You don't have to repeat it. I hear it once. It's fine. We've been through this.
God, Carrie's being so mean. No, I can't.
I'm always mean to Francis. It's an orb. He's not real.
He.
Oh, he's sentient, but he's not real.
It's okay.
There are lots of discussions we could get into about that, but anyway.
It's alright, Master. No, it doesn't say that.
Conspiracy. Francis is the BBEG all along.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
It's like people that are rude to their Alexas.
That's exactly
and he
that
goes,
energy.
and with a 28, actually, you're gonna... With a 28, let me see how I'm gonna phrase this. Just give me a second.
Hamilton.
No, because I feel it's deserving of something. It's deserving of something additional than just that. Getting the searching was because you went over 20 a bit over 20. That and with the knowledge that it has, but over 28, 25.
Congratulations.
He would
Chloe.
say
You had
something
this
like-
break with the DM.
He's gonna look at he's gonna look around the room a bit more. It's sort of like it's like a little ghost in Destiny, if anyone knows that. It kind of little does it float? It floats around, doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't think it can float. It can see and hear, and it can cast Mage Hand, but I don't think it can move.
Well, it can cast
can use
Mage Hand.
Mage Hand to
I'm gonna
carry
say,
itself.
I'm gonna say it can float. I'm gonna give you that. I like the idea that it kind of goes and scans the room, and it goes, "I've seen these drawings before.
Before?
I have seen these drawings before.
Well, I haven't, so when?
Well, it was before you were born.
Well, I gathered that, but where? When?
I think I've been here before.
You what?
I've been here before with your parents.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Okay. And
Trying
Carrie
to keep
just
straight
goes
face.
yeah. Carrie just goes uncharacteristically silent for a second, and is just like rebooting. Her brain is just okay. I thought they spent all that time in Candlekeep.
We have been many places.
And you never thought to tell me this?
You have not asked me.
Oh, what?
I mean,
Okay.
He literally
I'm
that is the-
asking now.
Well, what you're not asking me anything. You're asking me now.
I'm asking where why were you here? Too many questions. Oh my god.
It wasn't. They investigated lots of things to do
Like
with
what?
portals and planar travel. That is why I
Okay.
know so much about portals and planar travel. I thought that would be obvious. Are you not a scientist?
Burn.
Unlike the rest of you, Carrie that just smirks at that and she's like, taught you well. Okay, well, I mean, so they carried you with them everywhere?
Pretty much. I am a store of information.
Huh. They said you came from Candlekeep.
Yeah, that's where I originated.
Oh boy.
I am easily transportable. Again, are you not a scientist?
It's not funny when you repeat it, Francis.
Sorry, I have limited humor diodes or whatever. I don't know.
Did I not reinstall those last year?
Clearly not.
Huh. I think we were a bit busy, to be fair.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, you and I are gonna have to sit down and have a proper talk at some point. I'm not trusting you, Francis.
I am literally. He hasn't got anything to say to that. He just doesn't say anything.
Okay, the silent treatment. Okay, fine. I'll grab it off of Gigi and stuff it back in the bag.
I hope I have been up there. And he disappears.
Can we all hear that conversation?
Yeah, it's out loud.
Yeah, it's all
That's
that
fine, because Frankie's making a note of the term, aren't you a scientist?
Okay, well, that is something for later, I think. But right now, the thing is searching for something. Gigi, do you know?
Appears so. You have a very interesting friend.
He's not my friend.
Clearly.
He's my vassal, if anything.
Fair enough. Well, you seem to have this under control. I'm going to go check if Lucindra's here, and I'll see if I can send her in. But Gigi, I will leave this in your capable hands. I need to go and deal with a greater situation. There's a meeting of all the factols at the Hall of Speakers, so I must go. But if you can help lead some sort of team, whoever you need, call on. Hobart is already searching the books, and I will trust you in your capable hands. And one day you're going to tell me where we sent you and why we sent you away, because it's great to have you back. And he clasps your hand and gives you a shake and says, seriously, it is, and I'm sorry for my confusion. Yeah, and he walks away, confused again. Just not sure. It looks at you sort of for a moment and tries to think, and he's just trying to No, it's gone. We will talk. And he leaves. Oh, nice to meet you, he says as he leaves out there.
You too.
Yeah. Bye.
Yes.
So,
Oh, go on, Hummel.
Okay, you
we're
guys,
going through,
you guys did pretty well there, actually.
You told us not to talk, and to be honest,
And it worked. I wasn't expecting you to listen.
Hey,
Sorry?
we can do stuff that we're asked when we really want to.
Okay, alright. Okay. Fine. So, what do you guys want to do now, then?
Is there any stones or pebbles and like that on the floor or
Bits of,
anything?
it's all a bit it's crumbly, but this is
Crumbly,
in
yeah.
pretty good nick, as I said, compared to the rest of the temple.
So Frankie just wants to pick something, a pebble, a stone up, and just throw it at the portal.
Okay, roll me a d20, please.
20. That's a 14.
Okay, give me. Okay, I need more tabs up, bugger. More tabs up.
More time.
We must acquire additional tabs.
Here we go. 14. Bloody hell. Right, here we go. Let's count. I've got to count round.
Okay.
Oh, this sounds good.
Okay. You chuck it through.
What happens to the?
It just goes through, and as you give me a perception check. Let's get you
Everyone?
rolling. You want to roll? Whoever wants to. Yeah, whoever wants. If someone's watching.
It's a 17.
17.
I'm
Okay.
quite good at perception.
When you see
23.
when you see it go through, you get a very brief glimpse as it hits one of these shards. As I said, so it's like a shard, and like it's less. This one is more fluid, but it kind of hits that, and it goes through. Actually, no, sorry, it's more shard-like. Apologies, it's more shard-like, it's more form. And it goes through, and the color of it is a luscious but very vibrant green, like vermilion green, like or maybe even emerald green sort of thing. And it hits through, and when you see anyone that got over a 15 would see just a beautiful rolling hill, just in the distance, just through this like little. It's probably a shard about that big, and you see through that gap as it hits through, it sort of activates and changes from just being like a blurry color to a rolling hill, like the just like England.
Teletubbies.
Like England, like it looks like England through there.
Like England if it didn't rain.
England if it didn't rain, and it was exactly. It was a little bit just like the classic chocolate box picture of English countryside.
Well, yes, that's definitely the doorway.
And there's definitely things going through it.
Well, Carrie, do you think we should throw one of the other ones through first, just to see what happens?
Okay, I'm annoyed at Hummel, but I'm not that annoyed just
Okay.
yet.
Should we hold
If
that
he
plan?
does something stupid,
We'll
then
hold
they-
that plan for now, yes. But
Yeah.
it's
Plan C.
Plan C. Okay.
Hello, is everyone okay in there?
So,
Hi,
you can
Zoe.
You can come in if you
Really? I
want,
don't-
I guess.
I think Stupid Face is getting even more scared, but shall I bring him in?
I think he needs to see this, yes.
Okay, come on, Stupid Face. My
Don't
name
call
is
him
Brian.
stupid face.
I don't. Yes, that's fine. Come on then. Zoe, thanks for holding my hand earlier. Let's go in. So they come in. Oh
let's go in. Let's go.
no! What is this?
Oh.
Holy crap! What the fuck is going?
It's a portal. It's flicking between stuff, and apparently it's searching for something.
It's a sentient portal searching for something. Great! This day's got
Well, I don't
better.
know about sentient. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that's sentient that you can like sit down and you say, right, you got to do this thing, and then it does a thing, and that's not sentient. But,
True. Yes, it could be
like,
a tool of Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I have no idea.
I just forgot the word for tool somehow.
That's fine. Aren't you a scientist? No, I'm joking.
That's the episode title.
Aren't you a scientist? Is now the episode title. Perfect.
Brian, it's fine. You can tell your Lady of Pain we have fixed the portals. He just
good.
points at a portal.
Frankie.
She wanted portals. We have a portal.
Okay, good.
Our job here is done.
Well done, Frankie. I'm very impressed. That's very good. You know what? I didn't think you'd fix the universe that quickly. That was the one problem as well, because we've also got to fix the big red orb that's outside that's also freaking people out, but we will deal with that later. People think it's the apocalypse. It's so good. It's all good. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm not having a freak out. Sorry, don't have a freak out. Keep my, light humour to myself.
If this portal keeps switching between realities and stuff. Do you think we could use it to get at that orb?
At that what?
Anyone? Well, you said the orb was just another universe, right? That it's contained.
Maybe. I don't.
Do you think this portal could go there?
I literally have no idea. I'm
just throwing stuff out there, you know.
Yeah. That's a good. I mean, who knows if we can somehow learn how to control it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound like a good idea? I don't know. Zoe's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh,
No, Zoe, no, no touching.
You sure?
Not right now. We don't know enough. I know, but we gotta, you know, be careful. We gotta let other people touch it first.
Okay.
That's how I normally do things.
Okay, fine. I mean.
And then we see if it's safe, and then if it's safe, then we can touch it.
Okay. All right. Boring. Can I throw something? Have you already thrown something in? I bet you already thrown it in.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Frankie
What
did.
happened?
I'm gonna. Are we assuming? I don't know. We probably don't have all of our adventurous gear on us, do we? I'd like to get some rope and tie it round something. I don't know, like something, and then throw it into the portal whilst holding the rope.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
And then, does it go through the portal?
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a d20 again. Just roll me a d20.
15.
I mean, one over then, won't it? So that's easier. Okay, yeah. You throw it through. Again, this one is a shard part of the portal, of the object. It goes through. You see anyone who's got a passive perception over 15, let's just say. You can see that it looks cold, really cold, but there's like a big mountainside cliff. It's sort of rocky, and then it closes. And after about 6 seconds, you notice that it shifts, that shard shifts away, and it cuts the rope.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
Because the shards are sort of like, they do this, and then they kind of like do that, and then they kind of do that. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of like, it sort of glitches a little bit. It's not always random, but I'm taking it as a round. It does a round of being sort of stable for each. Once you've activated the portal, it seems that they sort of stay stable for a bit, and then they close.
So what happens if we touch a bit that's not one of these shards, one of the in-between spaces?
Well, it's all shards and gloop. It's kind of shards and gloop between shards, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Did you see that?
As in fluid.
The first time it was green rolling hills and that looked like a snowy mountain. It's that doesn't look stable to me.
Is it still doing that like wrapping around warping thing?
Yeah, it's all movement. It's completely moving. If you imagine like it's like water but with glass floating in it, if that's the best example.
Right.
Have you ever seen like I'm thinking like the Thor Dark World portal sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Sorry.
I was kind of picturing more the mirror from the first Matrix film.
Mixed with that. Yeah, mixed with that.
If that was like shattered and
yeah,
moving,
if you imagine that it's kind of like mercury with shards of metal in it. Yeah, that's kind of how you'd describe it. But it's sort of, it's got a colour quality to it, and it's sort of like stained glassy, so you can kind of just see through it. You can see the other side of this cylinder a bit. But when you activate the portal, like by throwing something in, it seems to make it more solid and goes from being a blurry cut to full picture image of whatever that shard is. Creates a moment.
We do have the axe. One of us could always jump through, and then if we can't get back, use the axe to portal back.
I could take the axe.
No.
Yeah. You could.
We're all agreed that's a bad idea.
You're not proficient with axes, are you?
Absolutely, you're not having the
You don't know
axe.
you don't know how to swing one.
Gigi, how are you standing in the room? How are you comparative to this room?
Superhero
This
pose.
is what I was thinking.
Not a million miles away from the portal, to be honest, because he was looking at it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's people's past perception? What's the highest past perception we've got?
What,
I'm 19.
16.
19.
19.
God, I've got
Okay.
15, and that's
Okay,
pretty.
yeah.
That was hard.
Carrie, I'm going to say as well, with the investigation check you've taken, you've noticed that the area near Gigi stays more gloopy.
This was my suspicion. Yes.
It just stays more gloopy. You're just noticing that these shards seem to like weave around a bit like his form, but when he gets he's quite a bit away from it. When he got closer, you're now thinking, oh wait, yeah, it was those gloopier colours. When he looked, it was. You said that you saw gloopier colours.
Okay. But is that because of Gigi, or is that because he's got the axe strapped to his back?
We don't know yet. Gigi,
Hiya.
can you take a couple steps back for me?
Yeah, sure. I took a couple of steps back.
You take a couple of steps
What does
back.
it do?
It sort of then starts to allow more of those shards in there, and it sort of recedes, and you notice that that I've got this right. There was something about it was kind of gloopier then, and then now it's sort of reforming into just more like the rest of it.
Okay. Do you see that? Do you see it was all gloopy and stuff? And now
Yep.
it's not.
Yeah, I did.
Can you just go outside the door a sec? I want to see what happens if you're not in the room.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So he goes out the room. It just becomes a little bit more, I'd say very minorly more movement.
Oh. Okay, Gigi, you
Very
can come back
minorly.
in.
Like, barely, probably with the 19 you're going to just notice it. You might be like, am I seeing that?
Yeah.
Hello.
You said
It
that there
seems
was.
it's reacting to you. I think. Go. What are you gonna say?
Interesting.
There was like circle things on the floor with loads of different planes and stuff. What if you stand like on the center one, and then we all stand on ones that connect to it around the outside? Maybe.
It's worth a try.
Sure. I mean, I don't think anyone else has got a better idea, so...
Okay, you go.
I love a really unrigorous scientific experiment.
I'm gonna have to try and make. I'm gonna try and make a plan for this. I'm gonna try. If I've got some time before this goes out, I'll try and do a little architectural drawing.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys stand on. So you all go stand on the four circles in the corners. Okay.
And you said that there was a one in the very center.
We can't get to the center now because that's
where the thing is.
the thing's in the way. It's basically covering around that center, that circle. So there is one in each corner though. As I said, there is one in each corner.
Let's stand on one.
Okay.
And what do they all represent?
So okay, when you stand on them, you all notice that they very easily, with your intelligences that you have, that there is a symbol for some moving air. There's one for like flowing water, and there's one for fire.
I've seen this film. All right, okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
the
not.
one
Yeah,
with fire, I'm going to light a little bit of fire on it, and then the one with the wind, I'm going to blow on it, and then the one with the water, I'm going to put some water on it.
Yeah, you do that and nothing happens. Just,
It's not Fifth Element.
It's not Fifth Element.
We're not gonna make it. And that's it.
Maybe it's that famous bard band, that Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Earth, Wind, and Fire and Water, you mean? Everyone always
No,
forgets the keyboard player.
water left. They kick water out.
Yeah.
Too wet.
I mean, those gymnastics were just great, though, weren't they?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh dear, that is.
Sorry, I saw the
That's
opportunity.
amazing. That is amazing.
Canon
Now, yeah.
Canon,
Yeah, so, yeah, we've got Kobold Spice Girls in Dragon's Duel. We now got the Ganassi Earth, Wind, Fire, and
Earth,
Water.
Wind, and Fire, and Water.
I think, yeah.
I can't remember now what their famous song is. Did someone help me? What was their original?
September? Probably.
Oh, there was another one.
September, Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie
Boogie
Wonderland,
Wonderland. Okay, cool. So you all stand in the corners, and you know, you're on these circles.
Well, it was a good suggestion, Hummel.
I mean, yeah. You pour some. Do you actually pour water on it? Because you just pour water and it seeps into the ground, like you pour fire on it.
Okay.
Doesn't do that.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Well, this has got something to do with Gigi. Or perhaps the axe.
The axe, yes,
Okay,
what's-
so the obvious next thing is that I have to hand the axe to someone. Brian?
Me? Oh no, mate.
No, look, I trust you more than literally anyone else in the room to have the axe at the moment.
I know how to use an axe.
I
Yeah, that's the issue.
controlled and resisted the temptation
Fair.
to become a god with that helmet. I think you can trust me.
Resisted?
I'm not
Control
touching that axe. I'm
temptation?
sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
put the thing on your head.
In fact,
can I just say I've not done anything
Frankie,
that would
Frankie.
earn your mistrust in the last 20 minutes.
It's almost exactly 20 minutes actually, because that's when you tried to steal the fruit.
Exactly.
Okay, I think I will go for
I'm gonna be
Carrie.
offended.
Just to hold the axe. I'm gonna take it back, but you hold it and see if the thingies go blurry,
Of course.
blobby.
I like
think
take
that's
it.
the technical term.
Yeah, completely. All terms are technical terms. That's what language is. And
Sorry, what?
that didn't mean anything.
Aren't you a scientist?
Yeah.
scientists
Well,
are linguists.
she's not a linguist. Like-
Yeah, I'll take the axe and I'll do exactly the same sort of thing that I got Gigi to do, and I'll like hold it where he was standing before, and then like take a couple steps back.
and then go out the room.
And, like,
Okay, fine. So you
see what
go
happens.
a bit close to it. What you do with when you go closer, holding the axe, something actually different happens. Weirdly.
Oh,
So it just resonates energy more when you get closer to it. So it just seems to be more active and seems to start sort of like the shards get bigger.
Hit it with the axe.
no, I'm doing
And then,
my
but it's not, but
process.
but it's not just shards. It's shards and gloop for you, as in like
Shards
there is
and
no like particular like quality to it. It is just like the same sort of quality, but it's just glooping
just
about,
bigger.
but it's just bigger, more.
Yeah.
As in, probably Frankie and Hummel could probably jump through one now. You think? In your brain, as a scientist, you're not going to not think about experimental. Who could be a lab rat. but
Oh yeah, she's deciding who's the most likely lab rat. Definitely.
Big me.
Can we see the fact that's reacted differently as well?
Yeah, it's very clear. Very clear
Yes,
for all of you.
Yes, I do think that maybe each of us should just hold the axe just for science and see what reaction
No, I'm
gets.
pretty sure it's the axe.
Exactly, yeah, but it's reacted differently for you than it did for Gigi. It may react differently again for Hummel, and maybe it might react differently for me.
I hate that you're making logical sense because I don't trust you, Frankie.
Try Hummel first.
Probably a good idea. I'll hand it over to
I
Hummel.
love how Frankie is the least responsible for some reason. Yet Hummel has made deals with really bad people.
Oh, that's the backstory. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Do the same
People
thing, stand
change,
here.
Hamilton.
No, I know. They do.
Sure. So Hummel will take the axe and do the exact same thing and go and stand
You're
next
closer.
to the thingy, a bit closer in the center,
Okay.
and hold the axe out.
I'm going to say for you, when you go closer, the activity is the same. However, it is very shard and it is very red.
Oh.
It goes
What happens
clearly
if I-
more of the red shards, and it is more activity, and they are larger shards.
What if I touch the axe to the portal? Just give it a little tap.
My eyes. You touch the axe. You find that the minute the axe touches, it solidifies and stops moving whilst it's touched.
The portal, not the axe.
The portal.
Okay, good.
It stops completely moving. Everything within, let's say, a good radius around it. It's still glooping around, but when you've touched it, it is solid.
Gigi, you have a go. Oh, isn't this interesting? So
You pull it away,
Sure.
you pull it away, and it just goes back to thing. But what you notice, once you've touched it, you notice that one of those shards remains very solid for quite a while, as it stays around floating in it.
I
What
think
is
there's some kind of combination between the axe and Gigi's natural aura seems to have the most powerful effect.
I would say though the effect is
not
very.
powerful,
I'd say the
it's
effect,
different.
is the same amount of energy. However, you just noticed when Gigi went closer, it was more gloopy. And it was just gloopy, and therefore it's harder to justify, to understand. But because of your two, because there's more shards involved, it's very much easier to see where those shards are solid, if you see what I mean. I'm trying to explain that better so that it's not. I'm trying to make it clear that so there's no confusion. Does that make sense?
So when I touched it and it went solid, was it just all the red?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody else have a go and see if they.
I think it might be. I think it might be my turn, Hummel.
Against my better judgment, I think we gotta try it.
Go
Okay.
on then.
Go on then.
Yeah. Okay. Pass the axe over to Frankie. Frankie.
There is much fear. Everyone in the room is
huge.
very on
Everyone's so on edge. Like,
Yes, a huge grin.
Zoe
comes
goes,
across.
Oh my gosh, this is so silly.
not
A
word
huge
from
grin
you.
comes across Frankie's face.
Hummel.
She.
Starts. If anyone with your passive 19 perception, you might notice that Hummel is starting to play with his recorder.
Yeah. ready to cast fireball anytime.
I mean, there's like
she-
a hand on the big,
Yeah.
the big
She
red.
just yeah. Frank just swings the axe casually a couple of times, takes a few steps forward towards the portal, and what happens?
So for you,
Yeah.
Frankie, touch it. It goes gloopy. It goes gloopy. But it. I don't know what I feel. Yeah, no, I know exactly what it would do for you. It goes gloopy, but it's not red. It's like orangey red, and it's like. You notice that when you get closer, it starts to like bubble, like a basalt. Do you know what I mean? It looks like basalt, sort of like those sort of pockets of air inside the gloop, and you get closer, and it's sort of more that sort of tone around the reds and the other greens and the sort of vibrant and more disgusting colours. But yeah, that's kind of what it would go for you, I feel.
Okay. Frankie's she's just gonna stand there just a little bit too long.
Yeah, touch the axe.
You're gonna touch the axe?
She touched the axe.
You touch
just
the axe
against it,
and it forms into the gloop turns into like a basalt shape. So it's like a bit of like a basalt rock that sort of then like lists in. I said everything stops around it for a while, and then when you take it away, that basalt shape sort of keeps flowing around in the muck before it dissipates again.
Yeah. Okay. And Frankie's gonna look down at the axe. Look up to the other people in the room. Look down the axe again. Look up. And then just throw the axe back over to Gigi again and go,
Okay.
Why does everyone stare at me constantly?
I don't know, Frankie. Why might that be?
I gave the axe back. I think you did me
You
a
did?
service. Sorry, Gigi?
How many times have you touched? You touched it twice with the axe,
Twice.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to remind myself.
Hummel and Frankie did.
Okay.
Okay, well, it seems it's different for each person. Perhaps this portal was looking for the axe, but then, like, which one is the right one? Is there a right one? What?
Oh, jeez, it's so much fun. I don't know if it's fun for everyone else. I hope it is, but it's
What happens if we just throw the axe through?
I
I
very much
don't-
would not like to do
I
that.
don't want to let go of the axe. It's
I'd
quite
like that
important to
thought.
me that we hang on to it.
Gigi, I think you're the key.
Right, I'll do it then.
you're gonna touch the axe to the.
Yes, Hamilton, I am going to
Is that 3 times you touched the axe to?
That is 3. Yes, Hamilton, that is 3 times.
Interesting. That's interesting, isn't
Gigi,
it?
I
That
think
was the third
Gigi
time.
may be Gigi may be the key holder. We need to find the gatekeeper.
Okay, so when you touch the axe this time, it's gloopy again. As you get closer, it's gloopy. And you then pull the axe out and you're about to touch it, and that gloop forms into a consistent shape of gloop, but it's ever changing.
color, right? But it's you can see it's defined within it, but it's obviously more chaotic. It's super chaotic. It is reforming its earth. It sort of looks liquidy, and it's completely ever changing. Suddenly you see like what looks like a branch grow out of it, and then it's like back and it's just glooping around. Gigi, you would know very much so that this reminds you of home. This is a very limbotic sort of limbo-esque.
Is limbotic the word?
I don't know.
Limbotic.
Limbotic, limboetic, limboite,
Limbotic is now a word. That is canon.
Limbotic, yeah. It's limbo-esque, and it's and it forms, but obviously everything else is solid around it. But again, it's more gloopy. However, give me 1 second. However, this is the third time you do it. You feel a pulse emanate from this circle and go down into the axe. I need you to make a well, I guess it would be a constitution saving throw. Yes, Gigi.
Me?
Yeah.
Little old me.
Oh, well, I'm glad they gave the axe back.
I think I've still got inspiration, so I'd like to cash that in at this point as well.
Didn't you lose it for making bad puns?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, but I made a bad pun, so everyone got one.
19. Yeah. That's what I was referencing.
That's how Will gets inspiration.
No. 19.
Under 20, basically. Okay, so it's fine.
Can
So-
I seeing that?
Yeah, go on, get him up.
Can I chuck him an inspiration? Seeing
Do
that
it.
shit's about to go down. I think you can use that on a saving throw.
Yeah, I think he has to use it before he makes the roll. He has to say he's going to use the inspiration.
No. In the interest of
No.
fairness.
It's just the only thing is you're going to take a little bit of damage instead of just getting the thing. So don't worry, it's not too bad. You're just going to take 1d10, just 1d10. It's not too tasty. 1d10,
Just 1d10 and you're
and it's only
cursed.
2 plus 2, so 2 plus 2, so 4
Yeah.
lightning damage. It's like a lightning damage, and it wrecks through you. But the moment it hits you, you see. Now you just get this glimpse instantaneously of a hulking shell. It's humongous. It is the size of planets. It is a figure. It's like rotting, but it's in a stasis. It's in the astral sea, and it's gone.
Uh-huh.
Are you okay, Gigi?
Yeah, and I imagine like his clothes are like lightly smoking or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
and
fine. I think we know.
What's your passive
Where we're
perception as
going
well?
with
What's your passive perception?
Me.
Yeah.
Moi. 15.
Okay. You. No, not enough. Not enough. That's all you got. 15. Yeah,
Thanks,
cool.
Amazon.
Concentrating on a place, really, concentrate on a place that you feel as though we should go. What are we doing? Where are we supposed to be going? What are we supposed to be doing? We've got to concentrate on a place that you want to go to, and then try it again. See if you can control it. At the moment, it's just your nature. It's saying, "Oh, you're from limbo, so that's where it's forming." But what if you really concentrate on somewhere, like, I don't know, the material realm somewhere? If you just really concentrate.
I'm gonna partially follow Hummel's advice, but instead think of my parents
Okay.
and really focus on that and sort of visualize what they look like, and then try to do it again.
You're gonna touch it again.
Yes, I'm gonna touch it again. It kind of worked last. It looked like we got progress last time.
It's fine. Good. Right. Good idea. Okay. So you go to it.
You could say good idea with a bit more honesty.
It does the gloopiness. It goes to a limbo-esque thing. It's very much the same thing. You touch it, and it doesn't do the effect again. But you get another brief moment of the image. I'm going to give you a residual memory of it. That hulking figure is back in the astral plane. It's humongous. It's the size of planets. It twitches.
Okay. There is some big consciousness, I think is probably the right word, like being here. And like in the portal, let's say,
Oh.
I don't really know what to do anymore.
Just go work on the
Consciousness,
farm.
you say.
Can I ask what on earth all of you people are doing right now? And behind you,
Science.
You see a human female going like, what is going... Who are you? And what the heck is going on in here? And I will leave it there.
always
I'm gonna
a pleasure.
leave it. I'm gonna leave it there for this week because that's too
Cliffhanger.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Come on, there's a cliffhanger. Thank you everyone for
Lovely.
watching.
Whoa.
Yes,
Was that
yay.
all right? God, Hamilton.
I forget that we're still streaming in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're playing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're the best games, aren't they? But it's just it's the game you're not focused on
Yeah.
other people. It's just us,
Yeah.
5 people, just
Playing
having
a game.
fun. That's
Yeah.
No,
that's
yeah,
what the
definitely.
show will be about.
Yeah. So I feel sorry for Hummel because I feel like Hummel wants to leave the party at some point. I was feeling that was the way. I was thinking like Hummel could just leave right now. He could just be like, I'm done. I'm off. Gonna be a farmer.
I
love
feel like
that.
the rest
That
of us are not going to let Hummel
Get away.
literally break the universe
Yeah.
and then be like, I'm going to be a farmer now. Bye.
Yes.
Sort it out.
Yeah,
It's his
it's-
internal struggle. Like,
No, I love it.
like
though. I love it.
he's having a bit of a midlife crisis at the minute. Like, but you know, now he's been sucked back in, and he's got fucking Asmodeus in his head. Like, it's like,
He never left you. He was
I
just
know.
messing with you. He was just messing. He wanted you to have that moment of fun to then take it away from you again, I think, more than anything, which is kind of
Yeah.
what's sad about it. Yeah.
I feel kind of like the night before, like before getting drunk, when he was going through his kind of a crisis, he was like, "Oh, you know, fuck them, fuck this. I'm just going to do what I want from now onwards. I'm not going to follow the winds of fate. I'm going to make my decisions." And Carrie was like, "No, we've got to do this." He was like, "Okay, but I'm going to do it on my terms." And then he got drunk and he was like, "Oh, I want to do this. Well, I'm going to be a farmer." And so he was like, woke up all happy, like, "Oh, I've had an epiphany. Yeah, there we go. That was screw Asmo. I'm just going to be a farmer." Oh.
Yeah, and it's not as if Asmo's luck made you head of the dairy and cheese thing, is it?
No, exactly. Yeah. So
I love how I can just play that that's the case now. Do you know what I mean? It's his luck, it's your luck, whatever. It's great. Okay, cool. Well, with that then, let's say thank you to everyone. Thank you, my wonderful players. Did you hear my little message to you in the podcast the other day? I left you.
I
not listening to
Did
it.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is why I can tell
No.
you're not listening.
I watched the stream.
You don't have to
but
listen. You don't have to listen to yourself again. You play it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I did put a little.
I do listen. I just haven't listened to it yet.
No,
I've
don't worry about it. It's
uh,
fine.
In all honesty, I found a new podcast I've been binging. They're called Pretending to Be People. It's a Delta Green podcast. I'm loving it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to
mate,
prove it to you.
I-
I've turned my blur off so you can see it. Look.
Yeah. Mine, I've got. Oh yeah, we should. Maybe we should all do it. Has anyone got? Should we do a podcast recommendation at the end of this? Let's boost some. Let's boost some creativity.
Yeah, that's really
Let's
good.
do that. Let's do
So
that. I'd like to do
if
that.
you look at my playlist, you can see I've got a couple at the top,
Oh, there's Dragon's
Yeah.
Jewel in
And
there. Yeah.
and Dragon's Jewel is right there.
There it is.
See? I just
Yeah.
haven't got to it yet.
No, it's fine. That's fine. No, I do say how much I appreciate you because I really do. I was just saying to everyone in the thing. I was like, you know what? I really appreciate these
Aw.
people. They're amazing. So thank you so much.
we appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't! I can't handle that. so
I know that's why I say
Yeah,
it.
I know. Thank you. Okay. Well, it's very nice to hear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. Enough of that. So let's do. Why don't we? Yeah, we'll say where we can find all you wonderful people, and then why don't we all give a podcast recommendation when you say that, like something that you want to do. So we'll start with. We did alphabetical last week, did we? So we'll do reverse alphabetical this week, or we'll just flip it. Let's just go random. We'll start with Chris this week. There you go.
Right.
And then we'll go Chris,
Yep.
Chloe, Luke, Will. How about that? Random. Chaos play.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris. You can find me on Twitter as Burbrick Rose, which is underneath on that one.
Yep.
You could kind of find me on Instagram at Goblin Paint Job, but I haven't lifted the paintbrush in weeks and weeks, so there's very little on there. On that, and I see the podcast one. Whatever I do, the other one's going to shout at me.
Yeah.
Just say one now, and you're going to do. We'll do this every week, so you can.
We'll do this one, yes. So I'll go off. We'll go Billowing Hilltop.
Very good
D&D
choice.
Yeah, good
5e.
choice.
Yes, combined age of D&D knowledge about 473, I think, at last count.
Oh,
They're a great podcast
are
as well. What's very clever about Building Hilltop listeners and viewers is they are playing 5e, but they have taken a.
Wait, everyone just wait for it. Here we go. Ooh.
They've taken a 3rd edition module, which was written by Paizo, who do Pathfinder.
Hey, it took this long. 2 hours, 22 minutes, and we're in.
who had that in the sweepstakes?
Have converted it to 5e. It's a really clever concept that I don't think any other podcast has done. I think it's brilliant.
Cool.
Check them out.
What? We're using 2e and converting it to 5e.
Oh, well, here we go.
Ish.
Up yours, Billow and Hilltop.
Ish. Very much ish. Okay. It's not. We're not using a module that clever. No, they're very good. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Building Hilltop. I like them as well. They're very good. And Chloe.
Hello. I'm Chloe. I've already forgotten all the things, but yeah. You can find
At
me
Chloe
all
with the Flow, you
At
do
Chloe
Twitch.
with the Flow.
You also are
Yes.
Chloe Elliott, 2 L's, 2 T's on Spotify. You can find all the
I don't
music
need to
there.
do it.
You do Doma, which is an actual play podcast with actual asexuals and aromantics, which is having some technical issues, but is now sorted now because you are all
Yes.
ace is in a. I didn't mean that. I was saying aces in a positive way, and then I realised that has 2 meanings. So there you go.
Also, Ace or A.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's because I actually use the term. Oh, that's aces. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in that's good. So
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I don't just do it. That's everywhere. Yes.
There you go.
That's it.
There you are.
Time of music everywhere as well, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you got a podcast recommendation
my
apart from
podcast
obviously
recommendation-
Doma?
Obviously, Doma.
Yeah.
Will. But no, it's fine. No, I wanted.
Chloe promos herself in our DMs quite often. So.
I do that just to mess with Will. Anytime he says anything, I'm like, you know, this actually relates to this thing that I do.
Amazing.
No, I wanted to shout out. There's a cast of many things that Will and I have been kind of involved in, but specifically they did a short series of the Dresden Files RPG, which I love the Dresden Files.
Okay.
I'm reading Battleground right now. I have read it about 70% of it in like 2 days. But I was like so excited to find out that they were doing the RPG because I wanted to play it with my friends and they all went, "We don't want to learn a new system." And I went, "Oh, okay." So I didn't get to play it, but I got to listen to these guys play it, and it was really awesome.
Cast of Many Things also have a great campaign of the system Masks, which also features Chloe. So if you enjoy Chloe in this, she's on there playing Masks.
Nathan shouted us out the other day, didn't he? Our music.
Yeah, Nate, I saw that. He's wonderful.
He's lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nate.
So Cast of Many Things, and there is also a one shot with me and Chloe both on it as well.
There you go.
And I will also shortly be in a different Cast of Many Things called Cthulhu game in the future.
There we go.
Awesome. I'm effectively playing Giles from Buffy.
Nice.
Because I'm the second British person, so I thought I'd just do the.
I can see it, to be honest.
Yeah, I can.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Is he Giles or is he like hold on? Is it the sort of the I think it's the last season of Angel when like some of the Slayers come in and help Angel out and take away the Slayer they find, and is it Andrew who turns up and he's like been taken under Giles' wing as a watcher?
I've never watched a single episode of Buffy.
I love Buffy and Angel, massive fan. I binged them all last year, so
I used to watch them a lot when I was younger. They were really good. Yeah.
Anyway, Cast of Many Things is good. It's the takeaway.
That's the takeaway from that.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. All right, then we're going in random order. Will, then you go next. Then.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can find me, or if you liked my bad American accent in this, it is also in a Rendezvous with Destiny at RWD_pod, as down below. Which is a system where we play. It's a podcast where we play the Silent system, which we call Skyon all the way through, even though that's not how it's pronounced. It's like a mix between American Gods and Percy Jackson, where we play as demigods. We are on the 4th season, but there is it's quite short. Each season's only 10 episodes, so there's not much to catch up on, and it's just a fun time. and we are moving to a new system in the future and welcoming some new sort of main cast as well, which will be very
That's
exciting.
exciting.
So stay tuned for that. Is the thing that
Awesome.
people say.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
also on the Date Night Drive-In with my lovely girlfriend, which is at D8 Night Drive-In on Twitter, and just the Date Night Drive-In on Spotify, where we go through the IMDb Top 100 and talk about good films, basically.
Awesome.
Because there aren't enough podcasts with people talking about films.
Yeah.
And what are you up to now?
We have done. So we've done. Scarface was the last one.
Was it?
The next one we have to do is Spirited Away.
Oh, that's a great movie.
lovely.
I don't know if
Great
that's the next one that will come out chronologically,
Okay.
because I'm not doing editing.
I love Spirited Away though. That is such a good movie.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And the podcast I would like to plug is friend of the show, Logan. Oh, former host of the show, I suppose, which is Brain Adventures, which
Yeah.
is on Twitter at Brain ADV podcast.
I know how to say that a lot. I had to say that a lot on our podcast as well. Yeah.
I'm sure. And they play some really creative, interesting takes
100%.
on 5e with some really cool settings.
Yeah.
So,
And they
two
are
of my
blowing up the
favourites.
TikToks, so you should go on their TikTok.
I don't have TikTok, so
Well, Hamilton is
great on
also
that
blowing
TikTok.
up the TikTok
How,
with.
I got a message from Anne the other day saying Hamilton doesn't know how to use TikTok trends. Bless him.
How do I not? How do you use TikTok? I don't even know what that means.
You have to take it up with her.
Tell her to give the old man a TikTok.
I know, but
I'm sitting here going, and I do?
But I did the who my celebrity parents were, and that was a trend, wasn't it?
did you go viral?
I got 237 views.
Yeah,
Is
wow.
Nice.
I
That's
don't
not
know.
bad.
That's good.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
that's good.
I did it. I
But,
got Brad Pitt and Scarlett Johansson, and I did it to Macklemore's Brad Pitt's ugly cousin, which I thought was perfect. So anyway, you can see
that's
me on
funny.
TikTok.
Okay. But Brain Adventures,
that's
yeah,
funny.
they have some great settings. So one of my favourite ones is called A Familiar Journey, where they all play familiars of sort of magic users, and it's just a super fun kind of creative, like really fresh take. It's not really something I've encountered.
No, they are
on other
always
podcasts, so-
always doing really good concepts. They are very good
Yeah,
indeed.
so that's my recommendation.
Cool.
At Brain ADV podcast.
There you go. And then Luke, go on.
Hello.
Go on. Who are you going to mention?
My name's Luke.
I
You can shush. Give me some credit. All right. You can follow me at Duderooney. Check out the show notes or down below if you're watching the VOD on how to spell that because it's stupid. Please follow also my soon-to-be coming out Pathfinder 2nd Edition podcast. We have kind of started recording a bit. That is Cut from the Chronicles. You can follow us on Twitter at CFT Chronicles. I would like to recommend a podcast called Roleplay Retcon.
Oh.
It's not glass
I was
cannon.
not
well,
expecting that.
I'm not going to start recommending the big ones. I don't need any help. Like, no, Roleplay
that's
Retcon. I've been following them for a couple of years now since the D&D show started. We kind of connected on Twitter, and I thought they had a really good concept for a show, and I loved them. They're hilarious. So basically, what they do is they take movies that are kind of not considered to be that great, and then through the art of tabletop role-playing games, they retcon them and
I love the
do
sound
the
of this.
story. Yeah, exactly. So their first series they did was Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant.
Their second series was, and each series is only around 10 episodes. They're not very long. Their second series was Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. They've done.
I would love to listen to that if they make it good.
That series
Yeah.
was fantastic. They've done.
Oh yeah.
I've listened to all of them. Yeah, they've
Have you
done,
listened to it as well, Chris? Were you saying you've listened to it?
I've listened a little bit, not
Okay.
much, but yeah.
They've done
they're good, yeah.
Twilight, which was pretty amusing. What else have they done? Loads. They did the Super Mario Brothers movie. They did the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons movie,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
the only series they've done where they actually use 5e. Every season is a different system that they use, and they
Oh,
tend to use
wow.
smaller systems.
Where
as
can you
well.
find them on the internet?
So follow them on Twitter at roleplayretcon.
Roleplayretcon. Awesome.
Yeah. So their most
really
recent series they did was the Pixels movie, which was pretty good. That's just finished.
Oh.
Yeah, I absolutely adore them. I love them. They're, apart from like people who I'm friends with, they're one of the few people that I'm in the Discord group as well, and I chat to them all the time. They're fantastic people.
Potential guests for a Dragon's Duel episode?
Perhaps, yeah.
I can see that.
Time zones willing. They're all American, but they're great guys, really funny, and I love them.
Sorry, just the way you're like, they're all American, but they're great guys.
yeah. I won't hold that against them, but
Yeah.
yeah. No, they're fantastic. Yeah, I absolutely love them. They also they've shouted me out a couple of times on their show.
Oh, cool.
Their most recent episode, they did shout us out again, because basically at the end of every season, they do a rehash where they just talk about the season, about the original movie, what they think they did well, and they take questions in from fans. And I did a tweet at them and stuff, so they read that out and then shouted out Dragon's Duel as a result. So,
Well, then I will. Oh, well, thank you very much to them, and I will. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool.
check 'em out. And the Glass Cannon Pod.
Don't mention the Glass Cannon.
Well, in
Alright.
that case, I'll jump in and send a shout out, because we also had a shout out from it's not an actual play, but Dads and Dragons
Oh yes.
podcast, and they gave us a shout out
They did,
the other
yes.
week on that as
Thank
well,
you
which was really
to
awesome of them.
Yeah, I did.
Go
I listened
listen
to
to them, follow them. They're amazing.
No, they are very good as well. Very good. Awesome. Well, I'm Hamilton. You can find me at DM_doesn't on the internet. You can also find me at the Dragon's Duel thing. That Dragon's Duel. At that Twitter. You can find me on the TikToks doing stupid things.
Yeah.
The TikToks, because that's how you say it, kids, right? Yeah. Doing the
Exactly.
trending.
Tickety talks.
Tickety talks, the hopscotch. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I just was having fun. It was quite fun, to be honest.
That's what it's for, isn't it?
Exactly. And I would like to shout out one that was recommended to me recently by Luke, which was my game fiction addiction, which is now my podcast addiction now. I love it.
Isn't it great? Isn't it great?
Really, really, really good.
Yeah.
No, they're both amazing and very insightful and funny, and it's basically for people who don't know. I gotta remember the names of the people involved because my brain is gone. I've just had 20 different names.
Is it Amy something?
I will Google this and I will get this fiction addiction.
So it's Amy Mallet.
Amy Mallet, that's it. So it's Amy Mallet, and
I think she does have a different person with her, like on different.
That's it. Yes.
Episodes.
Yes. Yes. It's Amy Mallet who runs it. It's very funny. It talks about basically video games and the sort of narrative behind them. It's very much spoilery. So if you haven't played them, you know, just beware of that. But the first one is the one where they break out of prison. I've forgotten the ones that the two brothers, and it's very good. And then from then on, they also do. There's Last of Us in there. There's lots. Anyway. Yeah, I've had too many tabs open that my brain is now fried, so I can't remember anything anymore. So
that's a big move.
That was great, and because I tweeted him last week, because we talked about him last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I tweeted him, and I said, I just recommended my friends. I was like, when are we gonna have another episode? Because they haven't dropped one in months. And she replied and was like, you just made my day. Thank you. I've been really busy. I started a new job, but I was thinking about packing it in, but you've just reignited my passion. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I hope they do more. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
I think what's great is there's industry insight there. So
yes.
Amy used to work for IGN, but she now works for Netflix or Amazon or something like I can't remember what.
Yeah. It's through the PlayStation Access, isn't it? Is that
something like that? Yeah. So she's industry expert on gaming and stuff, and and it's a really good insight because she takes games that, like you said, have a really great narrative. So they don't talk about crappy battleground type games like Fortnite or anything like that. They talk about games that maybe often miss long play RPGs and stuff. Yeah, brilliant show.
Yeah, really good. Awesome. Okay, so I think with that is let's plug loads of people and basically we will see you next time on Dragon's Duel.
Dragon's Duel.
And now back to Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. Dragons.